Hello everybody, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. Welcome back everybody. Ken, good to see you. Dakota, welcome back. Atto, good to see you. Sleepless, welcome back. Morgus, good to see you. Captain Zemp, welcome back. Unrealistically Stupid, good to see you, man. Atto is here, I already got you, welcome. Mopar Dude's here, good to see you. Sammy Tech Cookie, good to see you. Mr. Mopar Dude is flying, but offline. This would have been a great opportunity to fly online, actually, Mopar, but I ain't gonna force your hand. But this would have been a great flight. I don't think we have much ATC. I think we're gonna go through, like, Cleveland with some ATC. Chopper, good to see you, man, all the way from Melbourne. Welcome back, hope you're doing well. Samoa Pilot, good to see you. Arthropod, welcome. Cameron, good to see you. GR3000, welcome back. Chris Clark, good to see you. Joe Sardo, welcome back. Wyatt, good to see you, man. I was hoping to see New Zealand. Oh, well, I guess my mom's old stomping grounds of MSP will have to do. Exactly. Honestly, Brett, just the way that I was figuring it, man, like I said, we don't have too many routes that we can do in New Zealand. We will be back in New Zealand for Saturday's community flight. We're going to, like, do a bunch of GA stuff in and around Queenstown. So that's going to happen. And then we've got more commercial flights on Sunday and then more commercial flights on Monday. So do not worry, man. Plenty more New Zealand content this weekend coming up and into Monday. We'll hit up all the Christchurch, Dunedin, Queenstown, Windy Welly once again, Auckland. We'll kind of make our rounds again. We just have to go to Christchurch. We didn't go to Christchurch today, so we will make that happen. Do not worry, my friends. Welcome back for this evening stream. I figured we'd kind of do like a 2-hour flight. Like I said, I've kind of been aiming for these Thursday streams. Look for a little bit of a longer single flight instead of like a dual, shorter kind of two leg stream. So this one should be fun. I think we're scheduled at just about 2 hours, like an hour and 52 minutes down to Washington is what we are scheduled for today. Block time, 2 hours and 20 minutes. That is absolutely perfect. We're getting the catering on board. We're getting the fuel on board. The passengers and the cargo should start loading soon. If you guys do want to join, please feel free. Again, no ATC here in Minneapolis right now, but I do think we're going to get some through Cleveland and maybe down into Washington if they jump on. I saw that they were, no, we just got, ground is online, chat. So at least we do have ground now with MSP. So that'll be good. We can tune to ground and pick up our IFR clearance into Washington. So welcome aboard, friends. Thanks so much for coming to hang out today. Appreciate you. River visual right now, the winds are favoring runway 1 into Washington. If we have a quick little look-see, winds are 100 at 6. We could do it because regardless of the runway, if we choose runway 1, that's a 90-degree crosswind, right? A perfect 6-knot crosswind. We also could do runway 19, which would also be a perfect 6-knot crosswind. So we'll keep an eye on the weather. Obviously, if we can plan it, we're going to plan the river visual into runway 1. That's first and foremost. So if we can do it, we should. We'll keep an eye on the winds en route. As it stands right now, yes, it is an option. If there's ETC on, though, that's where things become a little bit tricky. Sometimes they're going to want us to just kind of like get in line for the runway 1 approach. So we'll see what happens here. You can obviously see SimBrief here has us planned for runway 1. We'll just make sure that the arrival that we take, the Friedman 5, I'm pretty sure we can break off, and we can take it to Fergie, and then from Fergie we can shoot the river visual, or the RNAV, whatever it's called. I think it's the RNAV X-ray now, or something like that. Approaches RNAV Yankee, no, those are 1. RNAV, I think it's just the RNAV. Yeah, the RNAV runway 19. So we'll pin that. We'll have a look-see at that. We'll hopefully can get to that one. Joe, celebrating 41 months. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate you, man. Incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got Sammy Tech Cookie as well, coming with a €5 donation. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaties. Thank you very much for your support of the channel. Appreciate you, man. Cool. Passengers are boarding. Just getting the rest of the fuel on board. So let's jump inside the aircraft. Let's start working on things to getting this bad boy programmed, ready to rock and roll. You can see here we've got the fuel on board. Well, we are refueling. We're almost there. We're about at 1,300 kilograms off. We've already started boarding the passengers. We've got 9 on board, and we're going to start loading the cargo as well. Beautiful. First things first, let's go upstairs. Adir's left side, right side, and center, all to the nav position. Good. Continue our flows. Cap can go on. We'll go ahead and get our ground control on. Crew supply can come on. Nav and logo lights on. APU master start switches on. We'll arm our emergency exits and no smoking to the auto position, and we'll bump our cargo heat to the aft position as well. Beautiful. Let's come down here. We'll set up our secondary McDo here to do all of like our messages, our received messages and stuff. So if we go to received messages, we're gonna have our preliminary load sheet, which we'll accept. Good. Then we can go back to our regular FMC, and we'll go to our init ref and we'll do our init request. Call sign today, Delta 1212. Why isn't that working? Hold on. I think I have to resync Sim Toolkit Pro. Bear with me for a second. Delta 1212. Good. You. Closed. Okay, should be updated now, chat, with our most current data. I'll reconnect it as well, make sure that everything's set up there. Should be. There we go. Cool. Gonna try the RNAV 19 today. I'm not tried. It's literally the same as the river visual.
Let's go to Washington. Remember, aviate, navigate, and communicate.
Yes.
And hear the hydraulic pump, D.
Exactly. The river visual and the RNAV are essentially the same thing. Basically, all it is the RNAV replaces visual aspects. You can see it's literally the same waypoints. It's got Fergie, Darrick, Grays, Seatalk. So the RNAV is basically the same thing. Darrick, Grays, Seatalk. Just the RNAV provides a little bit more guidance, if you will, because it has a few more waypoints that the river visual doesn't necessarily have. Now, I always am flying the aircraft visually anyways. Usually by the time we get to Darrick, 2,500 feet, I'm flying manually. So technically, I like to consider them both the same. It's kind of like the expressway visual, Monsieur Jarvis. The expressway visual, runway 31 into LaGuardia, is now renamed the RNAV X-ray runway 3-1. So kind of the same thing, you know? Watch out for Detroit. I think we're actually going to fly right over top of Detroit, to be honest with you. Let's look at our flight plan quickly. I do believe we fly right over top of Detroit. Yes, we do. Literally right over top of Detroit. There's Detroit. We're going to get a beautiful view of Detroit off the left side of the aircraft. Okay, cost index initially will be 5, and we're going up to 35,000 feet, so flight level 350 today. Beautiful. B page is going to stay blank for now. We got to get the final numbers here from the aircraft boarding before we can plug in any of those. We can go to our flight plan page, and like I said, we do have MSP ground online, so we can tune to them. We're going to grab the ATIS, no ATIS, so we'll just tune to ground 121.9, and we might get an ATIS up from over here. We'll see if we can grab one. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. We're going to go MSP, weather, ATIS, and no ATIS, but we do have reels, and it looks like they're departing on the 12s today. So we've opened up our airport. We're going to request 12 left, obviously with us parked right down here. We'll take Quebec and Papa or something up there. I see you're flying to DC. I work there. Hey, very cool, Brian. We are flying to DC. I love that airport, man. I love the river visual, one of my favorite approaches here in North America. The good old river visual. Absolutely love that one. All right, cool. We got ETC on. We'll call him up, let him know we're ready to copy our clearance. Looks like we're on the Colt 7 departure. And we'll have a look-see at that, just brief it quickly. The Colt 7 takes us basically radar vectors, and that's going to take us to Dell's VOR. So we'll throw that down. Dell's, good, and then we'll get the rest from him. Beautiful. Minneapolis ground, good evening, Delta 1212 with the current weather, IFR to Washington, D.C., please.
Delta 1212, Minneapolis ground, hello. Clear to Reagan, Colt 7 departure, Delta 15 south, line vista, extend maintain 7,000, departure frequency, aircraft departure stop line, fund 2654.
Delta 1212 is cleared into Washington, D.C. Colt 7 departure, Dells, then is filed. Initial climb will be 7,000, departures offline 122.8, and squawking 2654.
Delta 1212, you're back correct. Number 3005, expect 17 departure, and 5 push.
All right, we'll expect, sorry, did you say 17 for departure for, or 12 left or 17?
It'll be 17 for departure.
17 for departure, thanks. Delta 1212. All right, cool. Ooh, it's going to be a little bit of a taxi chat out there to runway 17. That's nice. We'll get beautiful views of the airport. It is a beautiful airport indeed. So go to MSP. We're going to go to departures. We'll go ahead and set that. Runway 17 for departure is what he gave me, right, chat? Yeah, 17 for departure. We're going to be on the Colt 7, sorry, with the Dell transition. And we'll go ahead and insert that. Beautiful. DC, we're going to go to arrivals. Now, what we'll plan is we'll plan for the RNAV runway 19. That's what we'll plan. We're going to be on the Friedman 5 arrival. All right. We'll take Bucko as our transition, correct. And our approach vias, we're going to go via Fergie, and we'll go ahead and insert that. Beautiful. That should be our flight plan. We'll scroll through. We'll make sure we don't have any crazy discontinuities or anything like that. And, which we're not. I'm seeing Fergie, good. And then C-Talk, and then all of those waypoints in for the RNAV runway 19, a.k.a. the river visual runway 19. Alternate today is going to be JFK. All of that looks good. Beautiful. Cool. Flight plan's in. That's all taken care of. We know that departure frequency is offline, so we don't have to worry about that. We're just going to throw in our squawk code now, which was 2654. Plug that in, 2654. We'll turn that on in reporting. Turn that on now. Good. And we're just waiting for the baggage loaders to just finish up. We're almost done boarding with our passengers as well. We've got almost 100 passengers of 163. What third-party scenery is that? This is Flightbeam Minneapolis. Absolutely fantastic. Can highly suggest it. I don't know why my reversers suddenly just deployed. Am I the only one that just saw that? Reversers just deployed? Something definitely bugged with that. I've never seen that before. And the reverser only deployed on the right engine. Okay. We'll have to keep an eye on that. That's a little bit weird. Caleb, what's up, man? Good to see you. DC's runway 1 and 19 runway is the busiest runway in the USA. Is it really? the single busiest runway, I could believe that. Man, this flight's non-stop into there, dude. Hey Cap, glad to be here with you. Good to see you, man. Evan, welcome back, dude. Appreciate you hanging out with us this evening. The right engine is backwards. Something's going on, dude. I don't know. It'll be fine once we start the engines, but it's really weird, man. You had a manual discontinuity. Do you leave that in there for vectors? Correct, Emmett. Yes. So if you look at the chart here for the departure on the Colt 7, so runway 17 specifically, for assigned headings from 230 clockwise to 285, cross the MSP DME 7.0 MSP at or above 3,500 feet. Maintain assigned altitude if unable to comply. Advise ETC as soon as possible prior to departure. Which means that we're going to make a slight left turn off of departure. You can see here, we're going to depart on runway 17. We'll make a slight left turn to a heading of 230 degrees until we reach 3,500 feet. At that point, we'll go to direct taxi and we'll proceed on course for the departure. That is exactly what it is. So that's why you leave that manual, so that you can the flight plan won't immediately take you out to taxi. It knows that it's going to be a vectored departure. Is there any ETC? We have ground online, and we have a couple centers throughout the flight as well. But for the most part, no, nobody's online. So initial climb was to 7,000. We'll bug and set that. 7,000, good. And then it's going to be 100 knots right now because we don't have our weight and balance. We're just waiting for the last couple passengers to get on board. 163 planned down to DC today, and we've got 122 on board right now. So watching on the VATSIM map. There you go, very cool. Got to fly the MD-80 once. I mean, honestly, dude, I've flown the MD-80 a ton, dude. You can go back on the channel. The beauty of YouTube, all of my streams are always kind of there as a library, right? So I haven't flown it in quite a while. I've kind of just, I don't know, man. I think I've worn my welcome with the MD-80 in essence. Like I used to fly the hell out of it, dude. In X-Plane, X-Plane 10, X-Plane 11, and then of course here in Microsoft Flight Simulator as well. So I don't know, man. It's just one of those airplanes that just doesn't tickle my fancy any longer. It's never to say I'll never get back in it and fly it, but just for the time being, man, I'm not really not too interested, to be honest with you. Thanks, that answers lots about the issues I've been having with the plane not following the flight plan. Yeah, don't be scared, man. I mean, honestly, if you're ever having issues as well, don't be scared to kind of just like zoom out and see where the next direct waypoint is, and don't be afraid to send your aircraft. Obviously, if it's a radar vectored, don't just send your aircraft direct taxi, but it will always tell you on the chart. It should always give you instructions based off of your runway departure. That's right, if you want to fly with him. Yep, that's the one. How do you feel about the MD-11? I'm excited for the MD-11. Some new opportunities, Will. I don't have a lot of time flying the MD-11. The MD-11 that came out for X-Plane was kind of... I've heard it's gotten a lot better over the years, but when it first released, it was kind of just riddled with bugs. I'm more so looking forward to the option of doing some long-haul cargo. Other than like the 767 for X-Plane, I haven't really had an aircraft to do like long-haul cargo. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be cool. I'm going to buy me a VKB next Evo in May or June this year, then get in a flight sim. It's going through the airports, checking them out, and I'd be super happy with my regional airport that I can use. There you go, man. Sure. Absolutely. Ed, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Fatu, good to see you, man. Yep, River Visual is what we're planning for sure. You did fly the CRJ, so I'm surprised you haven't. Yeah, we did fly the CRJ. We flew the CRJ, what was it, last week or the week before we flew the RJ? Yeah. Gab, can you please do the welcome aboard announcement from the captain's POV? I've never done that. I don't know. Maybe. I'd actually have to like prepare like a proper speech. I don't think I would want to go into that blind, right? Have to do a lot of, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck. Just got done with work doing security for Latam. Very cool, man. Sweet. Dude, the Bluebird 7.5 is making really good progress. Can't wait for that. What are your thoughts on it? Yes, I'm actually working quite close. Not working with them. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I'm in contact with the owner, lead developer of Bluebird. Him and I fire off some emails and Discord messages quite frequently with one another. Very excited for that airplane, man. And I think you're going to be able to see some really cool special moments here on the stream when that aircraft does start to release. I think we're going to be like one of the first channels to get access to that airplane. So, yes, very much looking forward to that one, dude. Very, very, very much. Cap, I'll fly the right seat tonight. Sounds good. Just don't touch anything. Again, thank you. I've asked before. You're only going to take a little time to answer that. Big ups. Hey, man, I appreciate you, dude. Like I said, man, at the end of the day, you have to remember that I do this full time. So if I'm going to want to fly airplanes, it's got to be airplanes that I get excited for, right? I find I make the best content when I'm truly enjoying what I'm doing and the content that I'm producing. Again, it's not that it's not that I will never fly it again or, oh, I hate that airplane. It's just that, like I said, man, I've flown it a ton in the past and it's kind of just... yeah, it's one of those airplanes for me. It kind of just sits on the shelf, and we may pick it up, but we'll see. Can't wait for the Bluebird 7.5. It's going to be amazing, man. Yeah. About the Blue Angels for the F-18 Hornet. Can't wait to do some air shows found on Microsoft, too. There you go. Very cool, mate. Great. They're working on a 7.6 as well, and they're taking pride going into the cockpit. Precise measurements. Yes. The sounds, the visuals, just having a 7.5. That tilted landing gear. Oh, baby. All right, seatbelt signs coming on. EPU master switch is on, and we are spooling up the EPU. We should be available here within the next couple of seconds. Beautiful. There it is. EPU bleed comes on. External power comes off. Fuel pumps come on. Seatbelt signs are on. Red beacon light goes on. We're ready for pushback. Connecting through MSP to Orlando in 2 weeks. Very cool, man. Morning, Cap. 1 a.m. in England. Brighton, Ellis. Good to see you. Very early for you. Thank you for coming to hang out with us. Appreciate you, man. Love the pencil. Yes. She is a beauty. You get to see a lot of them down there, Will, right? In Denver. I mean, United has quite a... I think United is the biggest fleet of them now in the U.S. 163 souls on board today, chat. We've got our received messages. Everything's looking good on that. Mick, do... Wonderful. We're getting ready for push and start. The gear pin's going to be coming out here momentarily. We still have reverse thrust engaged. No problem. We'll fix that here in a second. Don't know why it's doing that. I don't know if that just fixed it. Nope. Anyways, we'll worry about that in a minute. Doesn't include any videos. Cap has one, though. What's that? Sorry. Good old MSP. Man, Flightbeam MSP. I mean, look at the texturing. Just so crisp. Looks so good. This airport is absolutely beautiful. Works safely, chat. Charlie 7. Chick-fil-A sauce? Love me some Chick-fil-A. Yep, United has a ton of Denver, also Delta, but less common here. Yeah, true. Delta does have a bunch in and out of Atlanta. They do. All right, let's send that all down to the McDo. Success, good. We'll go to our departure performance. We'll just confirm that all of that was brought in here to the init B page, which it was. Good. Go to our performance page now. We'll grab some quick performance. We are departing on runway 17. Surface conditions are dry. We're doing a flaps 1 departure. Force Togano packs will be on. Anti-ice is off. We'll sync the load sheet. We'll sync the live weather. We'll calculate. I'm just going to go straight push. Not going to do anything crazy. We'll just go straight push back because there's a bunch of people around us. I don't want to end up pushing into somebody. Let's go ahead and kick on our block time. We're about to start moving. There we go. We're moving. Block time is on. Engine mode selector to the start position. Good. And we'll spool up engine number. Just don't. What are you going to yell at me for? Reverse lever unlocked. I know. I don't know why, but that's fine. I don't understand why either. Let's just go ahead and... Engine number 2, over to start. We've got the CFMs today. I'll turn it up for you guys. We can listen. Just don't pay attention to the reversers open. I don't know why it's doing that. BombTap asks if you know how many streams you had done. This is your 1409th stream, according to YouTube. Jesus. Stop. Makes me feel old. 1409 streams? Jesus, dude. It's going to close itself, Cirrus Driver. It should close itself once the hydraulics come on. I've had the reverse issue before. It will fix itself. Flick the reversers after both engines have started. Yes, correct. Park brake set. All right, good start on engine number 2. Spool up number 1. You rocking live weather? We are rocking live weather. Always. Always, always, always live weather. We just don't always fly live time. I've got a failure on. It might be a reverser lock fail. No, we're fine. Don't worry. It'll fix itself. It does this sometimes when I'm... I'm taking screenshots and stuff. Meta United pilot hiring person in sim scheduler today. She invited me to Denver to get in the sims. That'd be really cool. Can she invite me to go to the sims too? We do the time set too. I think it's like 12:30 in the afternoon. 12:37 in the afternoon. Active Sky. Oh yeah. Have you tried the CRT mod? No, I have not. Not really interested in that, to be honest with you, man. I don't know. It looks cool, but like other than like it looking cool, I don't know. Seems like a lot of work for just something to look cool with screens. I just leave it, dude. I don't really nerd out that bad. If you do nerd out that bad, hey man, all the power to you. But I don't nerd out that bad. Not for screens. If it was like an engine mod or a wing mod or something, maybe. But yeah. Flaps 1. Beautiful. We are flying with the Delta weathered textures. It does look nice. This is in the Fenix launcher. APU bleed is off. APU is off. Good. That's set. Let's go flaps position 1. Good. Engine mode selector back to the normal position. I'm just going to advance the throttles. You'll see it all. There we go. Now it's closed. No more problems. Capture our V speeds. Calculate those. Good. We're going to send that all down to the McDo. 2340 is on there. Good. 39, 46, 46, 57. 1/down 0.1. Go ahead and fix that right there. Good. 0.1. APU's coming off. Good. Sweet. Let ground now ready to taxi. Ground Delta 1212 ready to taxi. Runway 17. Push back from gate Charlie 7.
Yeah, those stall stuff looks like you pushed without clamps, but that's right. Runway 17 taxi by Papa Charlie.
Papa Charlie, hold short 12 right. I wasn't sure. You guys call for push here in Minneapolis?
Hey, step in the alley.
Okay, well there we go. I learned something new today. Thanks. I guess we got to treat Minneapolis like Europe. Chat, we got to push. Uh-oh, that guy's. I don't know what we're gonna do here. Let's go ahead and advance ourselves. Quebec is an active taxiway. See, I didn't think it was. That's why when I looked at the charts briefly, I didn't think Quebec was. I thought it was Papa, which is right behind it. Papa Charlie, hold short, runway 12. So we're going to go all the way out here. Keep spinning it. Keep spinning it. I think you're past the ramp marker. Yeah, I didn't see the... You're right. There's the no movement line. You're 100% right, actually. You guys are right. I didn't even pick up on that. There's the no movement line. I always try and teach people about the no movement line. You're 100% right. The non-movement line is right there.
3005.
So we definitely should have called for pushback. Yep. Uh-oh. Got a number for you to call. Delta 1212.
Roger, thanks.
Auto brakes over to max RTO. Ground spoilers are armed. We'll do our takeoff config test. Checked and passed. Good. And we'll make sure that our predictive wind shear system is on and auto. Good. We're out on Papa. We're making a left turn onto Charlie. And we're holding short of 12. 12 right. Delta 1212 ready, copy number. It's interesting. I would have never guessed we'd call for push. Don't know if you discussed this yet, but you definitely need a Halifax trim with release of Halifax V2. Yes. Maybe next week we're going to do some WestJet. We'll do some WestJet ops on the 737, Brett. Maybe next Thursday evening we'll do WestJet 737-800 from Toronto. We'll take advantage of Toronto ATC. So we'll do Toronto to Halifax. Book that in. 1-800 blame Dan. Yes. What is a non-movement line? It looks like a dashed line. And there's no movement behind it. You have to call for taxi and stuff. All right, this is a left onto Charlie. Good. Zach, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Back in the 700? No, we're going to probably be in the 800 next week.
Delta 1246, thanks for calling me. Yes, you gave me clear.
Oh, 1226.
Welcome to Detroit. I mean, Minneapolis. Nice.
Thank you, everybody. Delta 1226, did you receive clear?
Negative, so we have guided the...
How fix the Fenix different? How is the Fenix different from the fly-by-wire? I'm talking about getting it myself. It's a payware aircraft, man. I mean, it is an Airbus,
1226
but you just have to remember it is you know, it's a payware aircraft. So there's a lot. I would say the biggest thing is probably the flight model, how like refined it feels. I thought we're doing New Zealand ops. We're gonna be back in New Zealand on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, man. I was just running out of. I didn't want to like redo flights, so the way that I've got the schedule planned, it's perfect.
Cross runway 12 right, taxi whiskey to 17.
We'll cross 12 right. We'll continue the taxi whiskey to 17 Delta 1212.
Delta 1226, push on a Quebec to Peru, the northwest.
All right, and then he wants us on whiskey, so we're crossing and making a right onto whiskey.
Delta 1226.
So cleared to cross. There's the cabin letting us know they're fully ready. Good. Steven, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. ETR hops in Florida sounds fun. Yeah, some whatchamacallit there? What's the airline?
1520.
This is a right on whiskey. We got tower online. We do 1267. I'll bug him up. 1267. Good. Beautiful.
Minneapolis ground, Delta 1400.
All right, we're up on whiskey. Crossing. Silver Airways, thank you. I was about to call them like Flamingo.
Delta 1400, Minneapolis ground low. Clear to Calgary, Cabrew, 1 departure, Fargo, bound, 5 assist, 7,000.
It's a big airport, it is a big airport, yeah. Big Delta hub.
Cabrew 1, FAR is filed via the SID, 7,000, 6741 Delta
Silver
1400.
Airways. Do you enjoy the ATR?
1400,
It's okay. I don't mind it.
6741.
I don't love it, I don't hate it.
Does
that make sense? Don't love it, don't hate it.
3005, expect 1 2 left departure.
Can never figure out the ATR. Well, it's got a pretty intuitive checklist. So I would just use the built-in checklist.
1246, runway 17.
Pretty intuitive.
Papa Charlie, hold short 1 straight.
Papa Charlie holds short.
Have to be at least 70 to go on the Flamingo Airways. Just call it Boomer Air at that point. Hey Gap, how are you? Sim Update 15 is the last sim update until 2025. Enjoy your flight. Yeah. Sounds good to me, man. I mean, hopefully we get those performance increases and hopefully it sends everybody off and holds everybody over till we get Microsoft 2024, man. I'm sure it will, but Snowbird Air, it's a good one. Hope you're doing well, Cap. Love it when you stream at these times, honestly. Hope the flight goes well, and let's get a DC River visual. I agree, man. Hopefully the winds stay true, even as they are right now. We can get probably get the river visual.
Kilo, cross runway 4.
Is it really better to be good then? Exactly. Is every flight like a walk in the park here, or do you ever get in trouble like engine failures or bird strikes, you know, whatever? Not really, Fish. We do have like emergencies and stuff. Yeah, like some things randomly do happen. We've done a few diversions. Tower 1267, thanks for ATC, man. You have a great night. Delta 1212.
Yep.
All right, 1267.
1212, Minneapolis, huh?
Go ahead for 1212. We just tuned in.
You gonna be ready to go?
We're ready to go.
All right, Delta 1212, wind is 1501 tree, gust 28, runway 17 cleared for takeoff. Traffic's on a 5 mile final.
All right, runway 17 cleared for takeoff. Delta 1212. All right, chat. Not wasting your time.
15, you got one prior
Joystick cam's coming on. Landing lights are on. Runway turn off. Strobes, wings, nose light. Let's get it. We got a traffic on 5 mile final. We don't want to make him wait. So go ahead and line ourselves up and get ourselves ready here. You ever done the 321? No, we're waiting for, well, yes. Back in my X-Plane days, we've done the A321, the tolless A321. Great aircraft if you're using X-Plane. But in Microsoft, no. I'm waiting for the Fenix A319 and A321. All right, chat, throttle's up to 40%. Sounds are up. Enjoy the departure, guys. We're going to pull this, and we're going, it's going to be 230 on the heading. Good. Chrono's on. Let's go flying. Manflex 57 SRS runway auto thrust blue. Slight nose down pressure on the side stick. Takeoff power set. Airspeed's alive. Knots, we're neutral. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. We're going to remain runway heading for now, so I'll actually bug 170.
Delta 12, left turn heading 120, and no further ATC available for you, monitor Unicom 122.8, time of display.
Left turn 120 and over to Unicom, thanks for ATC, man, you have a great night, Delta 12.
You too, thanks.
Alright, so 120 on the heading.
15, left one able contact, ground, point 9er.
Good. Throttle's down to climb mode. Alright, we'll maintain 120 heading till passing 3,500, and then through 3,500 feet, we will go direct to whatever that first waypoint is. You're done Cactus 59? No. If that's the channel you're looking for, fish, this is definitely not the channel, man. that I can promise you. There's tons of great other channels that are going to simulate, you know, emergencies and stuff like that. Not here, dude. If we have to deal with an emergency, we deal with it, but I don't recreate emergencies. No. Not really my MO, dude. Flaps clean. And we are direct taxi. And we can bug up our cruise altitude, which is going to be 35,000 feet. Set and checked, 35,000. Beautiful. And we're leaving Minneapolis. There's the airport behind us. Nice departure, chat. Felt good. Alright, runway turnoff's coming off, nose lights coming off, wing lights coming off, ground spoilers disarmed. And we're coming up to 6,000 feet. Flip this over to Unicom. Good, we'll pitch for climb, 6,000 feet, autopilot 1 is on. Bring you guys up into the flight deck. Perfect. Nice departure, guys. Very nice. We'll leave landing lights on till 10,000. Actually, we're flying Delta, so landing lights on till 18,000. 18,000. Got a Congo line going with us. Nice. Very cool. He kept just did Miami to Cancun in a 737-800 buttery into Cancun. Nice. We're going to fly into Cancun. It's been a minute. I like Cancun. It's always hazy. There's always like some sort of like weird haze going on. Runway contact lost. I hope we didn't hear a runway contact loss. It's cool. You can see downtown Minneapolis. I want to see actually. Did it save my settings? RealCat Turb settings. It didn't. Okay. We're gonna go save and reload. See if it saves that. Did you see any builds is working on the Beluga? I did see that. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool, Steven. Arthur, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Imagine if everyone asked for a radio check. Radio check. Radio check. Radio check. 10,000 feet. Landing lights are coming off. Seatbelt signs are coming off. Very smooth ride thus far. Not a cloud to be seen. It's beautiful. I assume they were doing the default Beluga scene in the 24 trailer. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Cancun is always hazy because the Mexican METARs only report 7 statute miles, so the sim takes like it's not full visibility. Interesting. Who? Mike Jones. Cap, what aircraft would you want that isn't in production? Fuck, dude, Ray, almost everything that I want is in production. Literally. Q400, A220, 7576, A350. The only thing that we is a 787, man. A third-party 787. That's the only thing that is not in development that I would love to see in development. That's it. A320 and 220, Beluga and Sceneries, their team must have really grown. They're a huge team, dude. Huge team over at Builds, man. They are, they're juggernaut right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's even more that those guys are working on, to be honest with you. Good day, Arthur. Welcome back. We need a 747. We're going to get a 400 from, we're going to get the 400 from PMDG. They're going to do the 800 and the 400 freighter, and maybe the 800 freighter. Is the 800 even being? Yeah, 800 is being used as a freighter. 717 would be cool, but I honestly, I'm pretty sure TFDI is going to do it after the MD-11. So yeah, that would be cool. But again, not one of those airplanes that I'm like salivating for. I'm pretty sure I'm salivating for all the other airplanes. Cap, what happened about Delta landing lights up to 18,000? Shit, did I already see? Look, see how like it's burned into my head? 10,000 feet landing lights go off. It was so weird to do world flight and keep them because we were doing Delta SOPs. Keep your landing lights on until 18,000 feet. 727 would be great. Pretty sure it's already being worked on. I just can't remember what developer it is. Most likely, like I said, I mean, listen, dude, there are so many airplanes in development right now. It's absolute bananas. So, would you rather an MD-11 or a DC-10? MD-11. I know they're kind of the same thing, but MD-11 for me. I love that Mad Dog. MD-11, baby. She's beautiful. But yeah, 747-400 would be, whew, that would be nice. Remember, guys, if you haven't done so, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button, show the channel some love. It also gets shared through the wonderful flight sim community the more thumbs up happen. We're coming up on transition altitude, 18,000 feet, so we're going to go seatbelts and landing lights off here in about 500 feet. Just want your 777? It's coming, man. UPS 747 to Atlanta is making me drool. 727 would be awesome. Some cargo flights in Colombia would be fun. That could be cool. Yeah. We also need better E-jets. Embraers need some love. I would agree, Joe. Embraers are weird planes, but I would agree. I'd love to see an E2. You know, an E2 with those big old engines. All right, 18,000 feet, landing lights off, standard barrel pressure. And we're looking good. We're on the climb to 350. Optimum cruise level is 350. That's where we're going, chat. We should have a decent tailwind. I don't know what the winds are doing right now. Only a 21 knot tailwind. We're not in that winter jet stream anymore, unfortunately. 747-400 with RB211s would be nice. The Pratt & Whitney 4000s and CF680s are already more common power plants. That would be cool, yeah. Cap, for some reason when I put the cabin visibility off in the Fenix, it still shows the cabin. Do you know how to fix it? It's broken right now, Captain Zemp. If you're on the Fenix Discord, or if you go to the Captain Canada Discord, go to General Chat, and then at the top, click on Pinned Messages. There's a link that'll take you directly to it. A fix that they've posted. You just have to replace a file. Is there a standalone 787 in development? Not that has been announced, Sammy. No. Nothing that has officially been announced, which is kind of surprising, but yeah. I know, Greg. Don't give me any ideas. Jungle Jet, a 145 and 135 would be sweet, or an Embraer 120. Nah. Maybe, but again, not high up on my priority list, but Quality Wings is gone, correct. Yeah. Cap, is there a way to enable the tiller in the Fenix? Should automatically be there, Ed. I don't know if you have to assign. Make sure that you have something assigned in the settings for a tiller. A PMDG 787 would be incredible. Aren't they planning on What was it at the Expo? Isn't that what they're doing, chat? At Flight Sim Expo this year in Vegas, PMDG is planning to do an announcement or something, I think they said. I thought that's what they were doing. Except for the sound. I would quit my job if we got a PMDG 787, become a full-time... Now, what you do, Patrick, is you wake up early in the morning. You take off, you plan like a 9 or a 10-hour flight, you go to work for the day, and then you come home and you land. And you just log like 10-hour flights a day, 70-plus hours a week flight time. Bluebird is also working on a 7.6 along with her 7.5. Correct. Yeah. They're announcing a secret project at the Expo. I wonder what that is. Something tells me it's going to be a classic. Something just screams to me that they're going to be doing like some type of classic. Remember Robert was talking about how he was a 3-holer? He loves his 3 holes. I'm surprised chat wasn't like AO in him, but remember he's a 3-holer, chat. So he was talking about that. So I could totally see a PMDG 727 or something. But I have considered doing that on my lunch break. See, there you go. 7.3 Max. Well, that's not a secret project. We already know that the Max is coming. This is like a whole new project that nobody knows about, that they haven't announced. So that's why it should be interesting. Do we all like 3 holes? Well, I mean, depends. Depends what you're looking for. I bet money they're doing a 787. Makes no sense for them to do something else. 787 fits in perfectly with their business model. 1, it's a Boeing. 2, we don't have one, and it's heavily in demand. Hey, man, I'm with you. I just don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like PMDG beats to their own drum, Kevin. I don't think they give a shit about what the community wants or needs. I think they make what they have assets for and what they know how to do. I don't know. Would PMDG redo the MD-11 with TFDI releasing theirs? I don't think so. Maybe a DC-10. PMDG DC-10. I could probably see that too. I don't know, man. Montana dude, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Imagine if they make a Concorde. I don't think they'll do a Concorde. I think we have a Concorde coming. Isn't FS Labs bringing their Concorde over? I thought, maybe. Keep $5 ready? Hey, let's go. $5 friendly bet. I'm all about it. $5 Canadian or American? American or Canadian? That's the big one. Delta 1212 just took off IRL. Very cool. We're beating them. We're 12 minutes in the air. 13 minutes in the air already. $7.6? I don't know. Maybe. But I don't know, man. With Bluebird also making the 7.6? I don't know. 727 DC-10, MD-11, and L-1011? Could be. Yeah. I'm just going off what he was talking. Like I pick up on those types of things, and like he was really talking about the tri-jets. And it felt as if he was like kind of buttering us up to be like, so remember, I can already see the forum post now. 3 months ago, I took to the internet to explain to you about how the 777, the way that Robert, great storyteller, but I can already see it. That's literally the headline. That's exactly how it's going to be. 3 or 4 months ago, I took to the internet to talk to you about the progress of the 777. During said interview, I mentioned tri-jets. I could see it, man. A 707 would be kind of cool. PMDG makes a 7.3 Classic. I'm all for it. I don't know. I don't know if it's already going to be a model that they have. I feel if they're going to announce a secret project is something that they've never done. Albeit they haven't done that, but it's still a 7.3. But I don't know. 2-0 Canes, end of first. Is that series tied at 1? Or is it 2-0 Carolina? Hervé, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, dude. Thanks for the message earlier. Appreciate that. I'll let you know if I have anybody that's interested in that. And you're talking about the mini FCU, right? Not the new one that came out by Winwing, Hervé? If it's the one by Winwing, I may consider. taking a drive out there. But if it's already the mini FCU, I have one sitting right here beside me. Here's what I think happened. Quality Wings sold all their code to PMDG and it will be absorbed into a product line. Basically like how Mathis went from Airsoft to PMDG. Interesting. Interesting. That's not a bad take. I don't know if they would do... I don't know. Yeah, it's the mini. Okay, Herbie, I'll keep that in mind. Like I said, I have one right here, but I'll definitely keep it in mind if I have anybody else that's interested. If anybody lives around Ottawa, Hervé's selling a mini FCU if you're interested. Oh wait, you have the WinWing. Okay, so you're selling the mini FCU because you have the WinWing FCU. That's what you're saying? Or you're selling the WinWing FCU? I have a question. Can you install a livery for another source in Fenix? Yes, just make sure it's a V2 livery, JSpace. So when you download it on flightsim.to or whatever, just make sure that it's updated for version 2. Would you recommend the WinWing? Planning on getting it since it's currently on discount. I don't have it. I have the mini FCU. I do not have the WinWing unit. I would be interested in maybe getting the WinWing one, but I have the mini FCU. Dad flew 707s and KC-135s for the United States Air Force for many years. Damn, very cool, Huskers. So that's why you love aviation so much. Selling the mini, keeping the WinWing. Perfect. Thank you, Hervé. Do you enjoy the WinWing? Has it been a good experience so far? I've thought about picking one up. I'm going to wait. I'm going to be in Vegas at the Flight Sim Expo in about 50-something days. So before I splurge and spend any more money on peripherals that I really don't have the desk space for, to be honest, I'm going to wait to try it out in real person. I want to see the difference between the WinWing. I really like the mini FCU. I like the buttons on it. I like the way that everything kind of feels, the tactile feel in the screens. So I'm very curious to see what the WinWing, if it's equally as good. Gulfstream G650? Yeah. It's easier to handle in VR. Got you. Because it's more one-to-one size, correct? We're never getting a Gulfstream, sadly. Be difficult. Isn't what's going on in the X-Plane world? I heard there's been one that's been in development for how long now, and apparently they're at like a brick wall because the aircraft that's licensing it, they like want everything to be one-to-one, and it's just a little bit difficult with the limitations of X-Plane and these STKs. When you have to add the EFIS, yeah, man. One complaint about the Mini is just the price. WinWing is basically half of what the Mini is. I agree, dude. I agree, 100%, man. I'm all for it, dude. Yeah. £100 for the smaller WinWing. Well, it's not even smaller, Strody. It's actually bigger. Where's... Can I get a picture? Hold on. Les O'Reilly sent me a picture. Let me see if I can pull up the picture. Yeah, here, I can. So if you look... Let me pull this picture. I don't know how well... Hold on, let me throw it over to joystick cam. Alright, so you can see the bottom one. I don't know how well you can see that. The bottom one here is the mini FCU. The top one is the WinWing. So you can actually see how much bigger... You can really see how much bigger the WinWing is. So the bottom one is the mini FCU. The top one is the WinWing. I mean, look at the size. It's way bigger. Way bigger. So, yeah, I could totally see how in VR that would be way more manageable as well. And you know, the inside parts are made in the same factory? Most likely. Most likely, yeah. I mean, well, to be honest. If it's made in Japan, like, this is what they do, dude. Manufacturing, right? So, probably not difficult to get the same tooling and stuff. Captain Nolan, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Brad, thank you, man. Gulfstream has their systems locked down. Basically, any Gulfstream EULA doesn't allow simulator devs to make them. Well, who... They're doing the... Actually, no, that's Dassault. Who's the company that makes all, like, the GA jets for X-Plane? I forget their name, but they're doing the Dassault Falcon. And they've been in development... This airplane's been in development for, like, 4 or 5 years. And they can't release it because Dassault keeps... basically saying, like, in order for us to give the approval, the aircraft needs to be like one-to-one. Aerobasque, thank you. And they've actually, like, they've pretty much hit a brick wall when it comes to it. And I think Aerobasque has basically said, like, I don't know if they've abandoned the project, but they've basically just like shelved it for now because it's just not doable, I guess, with what like Dassault wants the aircraft to be able to do. So I don't know, man. The wind wing is not quite as tactile as the Mini. It's softer. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'm very, before I pull the trigger, Hervé, I'm definitely gonna take a look at the wind wing when I'm down at Flight Sim Expo. Very curious to see exactly how it feels, because I love the feel of the Mini FCU. I love that a little bit of force to turn everything, and I really do like it. The construction of it could have been a little bit better, especially like the very, very thin sheet metal. But Matthew, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Windwing is currently $104 US for the value. I'm really tempted on getting it. I mean, that is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Has anybody else had it? I've heard that it doesn't work with like DX12, and there's other things that it's not working with currently. I know that the software is not as easy to set up either, but like I said, I'll take whatever one you don't want. Amazing the price difference considering the size difference. Correct. I mean, that's kind of what you get, though, dude, first to the market, right? You can't really blame Mini FCU. I mean, they were the ones that did the Kickstarter. They're the ones that were first to the market. It's a dog-eat-dog world, man, right now in the flight sim industry. Like, if you're able to put out a product before another company, the rewards that you can possibly, you know, yeah, it does suck that, you know, the Mini FCU is a lot smaller, but some people look for that, right? Some people look for, like myself, right? A smaller desk footprint. Like, I don't have room, dude. I have audio mixers, radio panels, keyboards, joysticks, throttles, right? So I have all kinds of shit on my desk right here in front of me. So the less space, the better. But yeah, Mini FCU is 230, Windwing is 105. I mean, I hope that that's enough to put Windwing for some success, you know, just based off of that price. All right, let's come down here. Let's go to our NITREF. We're going to change our Cost Index to go with 55 at cruise. That should give us a nice cruise. We're at Mach 0.79. We've got a 71 knot tailwind right now. Definitely taking advantage of that, chat. So we'll pump up our speed here to about Mach 0.78, 79. I think it was 78. What was it? Go to our progress page. Yeah, Mach 7.9. Mach 7.9 and top of descent's in about 540 miles, so about an hour till top of descent. Time for a bigger desk. Man, I have so much on this desk right now, dude. 3 big monitors, another streaming PC behind that. I've got cables running everywhere for audio and audio interfaces, and I've got a USB hub with... Jesus, dude, it's chaotic, man. Welcome to the life of streaming. Audio cables and shit just running everywhere. All right, let's go ahead and pump some tunes, shall we? Some evening tunes. Yes, yes. DCA is super cloudy at the moment, about to take off. Hey, nice. Cap, with the Fenix, your camera views, I download them and I spawn in the baggage view. I followed the steps, you know what might be something I did wrong. Captain Zemps, was it you that somebody messaged me on Discord and the same thing to them? I don't know what's going on with that. If you followed the steps and you put it in the right place, I don't know what would be causing that, other than the original camera file is not in the proper location. So it could be that as well. Hervé, my friend, thank you very much for your business class subscription. Appreciate you, man. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you for joining the team. I hope you enjoy your stay here in business class. Custom emojis, and of course, standing out in chat with the beautiful green name. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm not quite sure, Captain Zan. I don't know what's going on with it, man. I really don't know what's going on with it. No wonder Daisy's disc flight simming with all the stuff. She's like, no room for cuddles, Dad. How's the cable management? It's non-existent. It's not as bad as it non-existent. It's pretty bad. Yeah, pretty bad, man. I could do a better job. I could clean it up. And you know what, man? I think when I do eventually get out to the farm, or I move out of this condo, I'm definitely going to cable manage a lot better. I've seen some tips and tricks and stuff over the years, so. Still have a desk with a 7 centimeter front cover, can barely mount anything there. Jesus, dude. So you have to keep the original camera view. So if you like reinstall the airplane, it's gonna come with default camera views. You have to keep those. You don't remove those. If you've already deleted those, maybe run the installer and see if it puts them back or something, but... Cap, are you getting the Captain Scam C130? No, man. Have you ever seen a Captain Sim product on my channel? No. Leave that for the other content creators that like to promote that stuff on their channel, man. Not for me, dude. Just waiting for better internet at the farm? Correct. Yeah, I mean, better internet. We need a house, dude, too. So the possibilities of a house needs to go on the property, right? Right now, it's just like a modern barn with a condo built into the barn. Not enough room for two people that both work from home. Just not enough room. VATSIM is landing runway 1 into DC. Who's online on VATSIM? If it's just like Tower or something, I don't see Center online. I don't think Center's online, so... If it's just like Ground or something, we'll just log off, man. I'm gonna probably land runway 17. We'll see. We'll see. I see that's what I gotta do with the original because I kept them just in case, so I'll try again after this flight. Yeah, make sure the other ones are Center's online? Really? Well, that sucks. Mr. Daniel Barry, good to see you, sir. What's the weather doing in DC? Winds are 130 at 7 knots. Well, I mean, 130 at 7 knots. Multiple approaches being conducted at intersection. Well, if the winds are 130 at 7, I'd probably just log off then, to be honest with you. If he's not willing to give it to us, if he's not, which is fine, I'm not gonna yell at him and get all upset. If the controller doesn't want to do it, I'll just log off so that we can shoot the RNAV. Are we all... I think we all want to see the river visual, right, chat? Hands in the air. River visual, yes? Yes, me too. So, yeah, we'll just do that, man. We'll just plan for that. If they can't cater to that, which is fine, we shall see. Chicago Center, 12035. Mr. Mopar, dude. 12035. Tune to him. Chicago Center, good evening, Delta 1212, flight level 350. That's a lot why they're not using 19s. They probably haven't done it real. He's probably just copying the real life ATIS. In real life, they're still landing runway 1 because they probably haven't switched ops. It's quite a bit to switch ops, so. Wayward, what's up, man?
There you go, Chicago Center radio. Hey, Chicago Center, this is Concord, November 1979. I'm currently,
Want to guess when he was born, chat?
The Espo 5 arrival for 1979.
Concord 1979, Chicago Center to contact civilian tank level T40 from now.
240, 1979.
Chicago Center, good evening, Delta 1212, flight level 350.
So 1212, good evening to you, Chicago Center, ident.
Ident. Alright, chat, give him a flash. That little button right there. And then when you hit that button, you should see it on your client. It should also light up like that. That lets you know that you're identing.
Thanks for the flight, 1212, so get ready to contact level 350.
Alright. Checked out, 350, that's us. Cruising along here. Got your Merrills, I approve. Hey, Mr. Daniel Barry. Most comfortable damn shoe you're ever going to wear, Dan. I promise you, dude. We're going to be strutting around Vegas in our Merrills. Just loving life, bouncing around on our feet. He's born in 1980. That's why he chose 1979. Cap, did you just say Mopar is the center controller? No, but Mopar lives in Chicago. So I always say Mopar. We always say Mopar when we fly over Chicago. Cap, are you having sinus issues? It was a sinus infection that turned into a bacterial throat infection essentially, dude, it was like a month, man, a literal month, like 30 days. Had to have been the longest 30 days of my life. I cannot describe to you the pain. Like, pain scale, pain factor, when trying to swallow, probably like a 9 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. It was just brutal, man. My, all underneath would just get like swollen. You would touch it and it would just like, dude. It's absolutely brutal. Just landing Queenstown, harder than Innsbruck by far, beautiful scenery. It can be if you're not used to it, for sure, man. Oh, dude, I was in trouble, Huskers, man. I couldn't sleep, dude. I would lay on like one side of my head and like it would just, my whole like side of my face would just be like radar up into like my jaw area. Like, dude, it was absolutely brutal. My throat would go from like one side of my throat just like literal sandpaper to like the next side of my throat, and then it would like come up even. Oh, dude, it was brutal. What flavor do you vape? This is THC vape. And I am THC vaping gelato mint this evening. COVID-24, the new COVID. That's bad, man. I got mine checked out before anything gets worse, like yours did. Well, I went to a private clinic and they gave me antibiotics and steroids to kind of like boost my immune system to get rid of it, dude. And it was one of the weirdest things, man. Like, I would get it full on for like 5 days, and then it would go away for 3 days, and then it would completely flare back up for like 3 to 5 days, and then it would go away for 2 days, and then it would flare up for like 3 or 4 days. It was just brutal, man. Like brutal. Like I would start to feel great, I'd start to feel fine, and then it would just hit me. I would just one night all of a sudden throat would start to get itchy, and then it was just like boom, my whole throat was inflamed and sore, and it was just brutal, man. Brutal. COVID-69 could have been. I had a 2-week bad cough, and one of them coughs was mostly dry and strained the throat. Also had a total voice loss and fever. So what I had was, I had a really bad, it was like a cold or a flu. I had some of those symptoms as well. I lost my, I don't know if you guys remember, my voice was pretty shot for like about a week. It then turned into a sinus infection, and my ears were just like, dude, the worst. I think this is the first time I had a sinus infection in my adult life. And then from my sinus infection, it turned into like a throat infection, a bacterial throat infection that just wasn't going away. Oh, dude, brutal. Yeah, it was terrible, Sammy. I'd never been sick like that in my life, man. Never, ever did I like start to feel back like to 100%, be like almost like feeling completely back to normal, and then just get hit down again for like another 5 days. It was just brutal, man. So many times I contemplated going to the hospital, but like, you know, here in Canada, you go to the hospital, you wait for 10 to 12, 14 hours, and for them to tell you like, oh, you know, here's some Tylenol and just get lots of rest. It's like, come on, man. So, because I'd already done a round of antibiotics, I'd already done a round of steroids, there's really not much more that they'd be willing, other than giving you another round of antibiotics, which didn't even work the first time, so I don't know, man. Cal, what's up, dude? You were messed up as well? I was, dude. I really was. Like I said, man, I wasn't sleeping. I was just, I was all over the place, man.
Espo 2, had made a change to that flight plan, man, because that other one wasn't going to work.
Free healthcare for the win.
Gotcha, appreciate it.
It did in Beaver. It wasn't the deodorant. No. It wasn't the deodorant, man. Because I got it twice again after that. Throat replacement therapy would have been the next step. Something, dude. I'm just happy I didn't, like, no more paying for private doctors to just kind of figure out. Yes, I've been back at 100% for about a week now. Pretty much since the weekend. Last Saturday, last Sunday, I was back to about 100%. So almost a week.
1979 to contact Chicago, approach 119.0. 119, please.
Don't play with your health. Our son brought home COVID last year, and he and his wife had it. She has MS and is now on O2, and that sucks, and she's under 50. Damn, that does suck, Ray. Thankfully, I'm still young, knock on wood. Quit cigarettes, so I'm not on cigarettes, so that's a big plus as well. But yeah, it can be brutal, man. It wasn't COVID. It wasn't strep. Ooh, we're flying over Milwaukee. That's Milwaukee down there, chat. Wasn't COVID, wasn't strep. I got tested for like all the things that it potentially could have been, you know, harmful. Wasn't any of those. There's Milwaukee International. Do we have any scenery for Milwaukee, chat? I meant our son and my wife. Oh, got you. Sorry. It was brutal, Mike. It was brutal, man. I did my best to kind of hide it as well and just like, you know, go on with the show, but it was brutal, dude. There's a freeware KMKE. Is it decent though? Well, you had your health crisis. You should be great for the expo. I agree. Yes. I just have to, fingers crossed, Huskers, I don't sit behind a toddler and a baby just spewing. My fuck, dude. The second I got on the airplane and I saw what was going on, and I was like, oh, I'm getting sick. I'm 100% I'm getting sick. That was brutal, dude. You think it's great? Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. I'll have to take a look at that then. KMKE. What's the major airline out of there? Southwest, Delta, United. Thinking about flying to Cairo again. I would like to. Yeah, absolutely. Egypt Air 777.
1626 is with you. Flight level.
I love flying, but I can't deal with that. Dude, most of the time most of the time, Mike, I usually don't have to deal with that. I'm the type of person that will gladly pay $50, $60, $70 for like a seat in front of the airplane and get a little bit more leg room, because a lot of the families tend to choose like the cheaper free seats in the back. You know what I mean? Just because it's too expensive to pay $50, $60 for a family of 4 or 5 that are traveling. This was the one time I didn't pay to sit towards the front of the plane. I chose the very last row of the airplane because I thought I could get some cool views of the 319, which I did. But of course, man, the one time I do, there's people in front of me, and like the people had like, you know, listen, I understand it's a toddler and it's a kid, but like, you can do your best to avoid your child just open air coughing all over the fucking airplane.
Level 390. Thanks much.
I wish. Yeah, it was brutal. What city are we approaching soon? Well, we just flew over Milwaukee. I think the next one's going to be... next big one is Grand Rapids. And then from Grand Rapids, we're going to fly right past Detroit. And then I think, oh yeah, look at that. We cut the border, so we stay over the U.S. airspace down into Washington. Yes, Germ Farms. Oh, dude, it was brutal. It was absolutely brutal, man. And there was something wrong on the airplane too. They almost had to cancel the flight. We were, I think, 55 minutes late departing. There was something in the back. A vent fan or something like that?
Delta 1212, are you talking or flying with Delta 1602?
I have no clue. Maybe? Is he flying down to Washington with me?
It's going to DC as well, just not talking to anybody, so.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Okay. Love how Toronto had an event today, but YYZ Tower isn't even online. Well, that's okay. If Toronto Center is online, Toronto Center will do... are they already logged off? Maybe they just weren't available today? My bad, brother. Is it 6 a.m. yet? No, not yet. Not yet. What would you say Detroit is next? We're actually flying past Detroit, though, this time, chat. We're over one of the Great Lakes right now, chat. Chat, which Great Lake is this? Wisconsin. Wisconsin and Michigan. Wisconsin. Man, I never realized, not that I never knew, but I never realized how close Chicago is to the Wisconsin border. Crazy. There's Kenosha. That 70s show. Isn't that 70s show based in Kenosha? Pretty sure it is, chat. That is Lake Michigan, correct. And then what is the next lake that we're passing over? What lake is this, chat? This is another Great Lake. Find the river visual? We're hoping so. We'll see if ATC gives it to us, but we're fingers crossed. No centers online, but just about to land in Toronto after an 8-hour flight from Munich. Kind of wish tower was at least on. Well, again, like I said, man, you're getting center, which is going to act as a tower controller. It's not like you're going to be uncontrolled, right? It's just Toronto center acts as Toronto ground, Toronto tower, Toronto approach. I get what you're saying. Cool to have to switch frequencies and stuff, but still, you're getting full ATC. You don't have to worry about that, right? Lake Erie. Good job, chat. Lake Michigan. Gotta go to sleep now. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the stream. Sammy, take care, my friend. Thanks for the donation earlier. Appreciate you. Have a great evening. Have a great rest of your week, and hopefully I'll see you this weekend, man. Have you done 4 legs in one stream before? Yes. Yeah. I have huge respect for center controllers on VATSIM. It is very busy, man. Especially if you're working like New York Center, Boston Center, Toronto Center, and you don't have any controllers. Yeah. Cap, is the Discord channel up for discussing Flight Sim Expo? No, not yet, man. That'll be up a couple weeks before the expo. Usually about 2 or 3 weeks, Beaver. I just don't want to open it too early because then it's just going to get flagged with and flooded with like all kinds of stuff and people are going to forget. So usually about 2 weeks out from the event, in early June, I'll open up the channel. And again, you'll just either have to send myself or Mopar Dude or Daniel, Danbury. You'll have to send just proof that you're attending the expo. I don't need like crazy proof. I don't need like your hotel reservations and your flight information. I just need proof that you actually have a Flight Sim Expo ticket, just to avoid any, you know, types of trolls or anything like that. So, is there another flight today on this live stream? This is the only flight, full throttle. Is Navigraph worth it? 100%. Unreadable.
Delta 12 to contact Cleveland Center 119.7.
119.7, have fun on the frequency, Delta 12.
Hey, 1987.
1987, thanks, man. Have a great night. 1987 for us. Cleveland Center. That's a lie. Cap needs to know your hotel suite so he can break in and short sheet the beds. True. Thank you. I may need a place to stay. Depends how much rum and coke and tequila we end up having at the bar at some nights. 24-hour bar, by the way, guys, in Las Vegas. If that's not dangerous enough. 24-hour bar. I'm going to come to FS Expo with you, Cap, but I'm going to DC to see our wonderful president. Nice. I don't know, if you gave me a choice to go see a president or Flight Sim Expo, I'm going to the expo. That's just me, though. Cleveland Center, good evening. Delta 1212, flight level 350.
1212, Cleveland Center, hello.
24-hour bar? Dude, dangerous. Thoughts on door hinges? Fucking dangerous. Real dangerous, man. I don't like those door hinges. Delta Ops. Nothing. Good.
Cleveland Center, good evening, Southwestern.
Yeah, we had... Oh, we're still getting pushed with that tailwind. 531 knots.
Southwest 361, Cleveland Center, hello, squad.
Guys on Navigraph worth it. It is. It's a necessity. It is a great program. Yeah. After this test of the Great Lakes, it's on to the big leagues. We'll name all the lakes in Florida. Oh, man. Wait, what's the biggest lake in Florida? What's it called, Huskers?
4211, contact Toronto,
I should know this.
132.8,
Lake Okobogo or something like that? Cross Lake Channel? That's not that. What is that?
361, idem was not observed, 121.
What's the one that's like... Oh, it's not going to show us. Okeechobee. Fuck, I was so close, chat. Okeechobee. See, Okeechobee. Is that this one right here?
$3,000.
Cap, what is your terrain set to? Whatever it is on high-end preset, Mike. I think it's just set to 100. My object LOD or terrain LOD, I think it's 100. That's the only lake I know, Huskers. I remember you fly right past it on approach. Wait, no. Which one is this? This is the one you fly right on approach to Orlando. I remember seeing this one. There's a couple other ones too. There's some bigger lakes here. That's where all the gators live, man. Wait, that one is here? How's the NBA basketball card business going? I sold it, Joe. I sold it, man.
Southwest 361 right there.
Wasn't beneficial enough.
3 north of the Almar VOR 5.
Wasn't worth it.
340, descend maintain file level 320.
Descend 320, Southwest 361.
Cleveland, target day, United 1568, we're level at file level 370.
East Lake, I'm not even going to try and say it or pronounce that. Okay, got you, Huskers. Got you.
Or flashing, United 1560.
Flashing, he says. Flashing. Chat, I'm turning the camera off here for just a little bit. We're going to have a little stretch. Remember, if you haven't done so, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button.
7.5 west of Detroit, VOR file level 370, welcome aboard.
You just said the Detroit VOR. We're finding gators up near Lake Lanier, near Buford. Scott, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. I'm herbally stretching. I was gonna say, I think we have a turn coming up. Cap, are you gonna play Manor Lords? No. Maybe, Chris.
Southwest 361, just check.
I did see it. Maybe.
1072, 1072.
We'll check
No who's your VOR tonight. Nope. Games keeps crashing after dragging the frame gen file out of the content folder and it crashes on the startup loading screen. I don't think you need to have anything in the content folder.
Cleveland Center, Delta 208, with you.
Easy now, Ray. Simmer down now. Can't get people that excited on a Thursday evening. 535 across the ground. Those are some great ground speeds, chat. That is some great ground speed going on.
And United 1011.
Just go with this. You'll be good in Florida. If there's a puddle, walk around it. 90% of the chance it has a gator in it. Freaking right, dude. As somebody who grew up going to Florida to visit his grandmother, correct. I completely agree. They used to find gators in the swimming pools and shit all the time, man. I'd almost be scared to go into like any swimming pool that wasn't lit in Florida. Like if you're going at night.
Your radar contact.
Gator tried to drown Megalodon tooth diver in Charleston, had to rip his arm out of his mouth when O2 tank it emptied. Jesus. Do you use Navigraph app as well as the tablet for the charts and whatnot? Well, I use the app for everything. I do have a tablet, but I don't really use it anymore because chat wanted to start seeing more of like what I was doing in my process of using Navigraph, so now I just show everything on here. We got the same thing here, gator galore, the closer you get to the inlet, damn. There's no gator there, it'll be a python. Man, fuck that. See, it's kind of what makes me happy about living up in Canada with it being so cold. With it being so cold all the time up in Canada. Oh, for sure, Huskers. Remember, like, not that long ago, that lady, she was walking her dog, and the gator came up and grabbed her. Took the lady right into the swamp. I'm sorry, I meant the aircraft tablet. Use the aircraft tablet for Navigraph. No, I just use it like this, man. I find it's just a little bit too, I don't know. I'd much rather just pull open the app instead of trying to like act like it's right here. I still use this for everything else, performance calculators and all that stuff, but yeah. Poor lady at a retirement. She's walking her dog along the edge of the some pond in the retirement facility, and the gator came up, tried to take the dog. She like went to grab the dog out of the way, and the gator grabbed her and pulled her into the swamp, pulled her into the water.
Delta 1689, descend to maintain flight level 320.
Bro, I made it through 9 winters in Cincinnati. That's enough cold and snow for the Georgia Bulldog.
14 radar contacts at
It's cold, man.
west of Bauer, flight level
Cold.
268, climb, maintain flight
Did she
level
make it? No, she
310,
passed away, man. She passed away. And I think her family's suing the whole like, you know, it was like an over 60 plus community or whatever. I think her family's like, so it was all over the news. Well, you can still see like there's a 911 call from like one of the other residents, like as it's going on.
$82, sorry about the late turn, right turn heading 080, on the localizer.
There was a gator incident in Disney in Orlando a few years ago. Damn, really?
Okay, so then right for $82 to join the localizer.
Okay, you can turn, since you're heading
Yeah, wasn't it like a 9 or a
080
10-foot gator or something? Crazy.
$82, maintain 3000 to central localizer.
Just sent you something gator-related on Discord. That was the neighborhood near me a few weeks ago. Jesus.
Cleveland Central, good night. This is Lima Victor Lima Romeo Golf, flight level 200 to 230.
Gator just walked down the sidewalk and opened up the door of a house about to block away from my dad's house in Florida. Community scary stuff. That's insane, dude.
410 Lima Romeo Golf.
Got a small child at Disney? Jesus.
Endeavor 15,
Why do you have ads as a member? Do you have, that is weird. Do you not get ads? Do you get ads as a member? I can't remember. I think you have to have YouTube Premium.
1208 cross my POW at maintain 16,000, Buffalo altimeter 3035.
Okay, so you do. So you need YouTube Premium. Yeah, it's not like Twitch, unfortunately. Twitch, if you're a member or whatever, a subscriber, you don't get ads. I thought I was high. Well, maybe you are.
United 275, 18,000 for 22,000, flight level 220.
Gotcha. Thank you, Dan. What's Daisy doing there in this flight? Good question. She's either on the couch or in my bed. I took her for a walk before we went, before I went live. No premium and never seen an ad on live. Do you have an ad blocker or something like that, Junior?
Oh, you're going to be at Bronx 4. Okay, sure.
Garter snakes, exactly. And that's not even going to hurt you.
Mike Alpha, Cleveland Center, stand by 1 sec.
The worst is one that, yeah, well, I try and block those as best as I can, 12 cut. I try not to allow those.
125.77, Southwest 360.
And Cleveland Center giving Airmax 617 level 352.
You must have some type of ad blocker because you 100% get ads clicking on streams and channels. Are you saying just on my streams you don't get any ads?
Center $82, we're on the localizer 6 left.
$6 for sure.
TLOD, I believe 100, Mike.
Clear to land, 6 to left.
Again, just I use the high-end preset, Mike. If you put !MSFS, high-end preset, clouds ultra, trees and bushes low. So whatever that's set to, I think it's like 100 is what it is set to, I believe, if you use the high-end preset.
You were stepped on there, but just so you know.
Number 9 Mike Alpha, runway 36, taxi via Alpha.
36 via
Been
Alpha.
watching since your 5-mile final? What?
Thank Cleveland Center, good evening, Air Canada 863, climbing through 220 for 230.
Air Canada 863, Cleveland Center, hello, climb, maintain 5 level 330.
Alright, climbing 330 for Canada 863.
Lima Victor Lima Romeo Golf, maintain your best.
So just mean the draw distance of the photogrammetry and stuff gets super small. The load distances is so close to compared to a year or so ago. I don't know. I don't think so. I haven't noticed any difference.
Cleveland Center, hello, Victor.
Can't find the runway if the bushes are on high. Boom, doom.
Victor Papa Charlie to Whiskey Cleveland Center, hello. Westjet 1208 Cleveland.
What helped drive your decision to become a full-time streamer, and were you nervous to make the decision? Absolutely. I was actually telling the story last week. I had a job at the time, and I was also streaming part-time. And I said, if I make more money doing streaming for the next 6 months over my job, then I owe it to myself to quit my job and to go full-time streaming. And very fortunate enough, man. Very fortunate. And that was, what, 5 years ago, 6 years ago? I've asked a few people and they agree as well. It's really weird. I don't know. I really haven't noticed much, man. I don't know.
Faster, which is not going to be able to make me climb. I can go lower if you want in terms
More
of
Biscoffs to seat 3F, please. Nice. YouTube must have been listening because I just had an ad. Well, the ads happen every hour on the hour and on the half hours. So every 30 minutes there's an ad. And it starts at the hour, on top of the hour, and on the bottom of the hour.
100 knots faster, thank you, behind you.
So yeah, it was just 9 p.m.
Oh, okay, no worries.
Southwest 361, stay with me. But 1689 cross Easton and maintain 17,000 Buffalo altimeter 3036.
I was hauling some Prime Air flight last night. Nice.
That's
Very cool.
1689.
Pardon me, may I have another rum and coke? 1A. Yes, sir. I'll buy a lotto ticket tonight. Here you go, man. You're lucky. You're lucky.
1689 cross Easton.
Where are we flying over right now, Chad? I think we're close to, yeah, I was just going to say, there's Ann Arbor. So we're close. We're close.
3036 altimeter.
There it is, chat. Detroit. Daniel Berry, 79 months as a first-class member. Chat, can we please get some love for Mr. Daniel Berry? Speaking of when Captain Canada quit his job and started streaming regularly, let this sink in. I think we had memberships just before I did, Dan. 79 months. Chat, that is the longest standing member here on the channel. 79 months. Absolutely incredible, man. Thank you, Mr. Daniel Berry. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can we get some Blame Dans in chat and some no floaties? A little bit of both. Need some Blame Dan and...
Direct sponsor, thank you, sir.
Making our right turn, passing over Chicago. Should get a nice view down there in a second.
Clear for takeoff.
The wonderful Detroit. There she be in all her glory. You can see we make that right turn so we stay in U.S. airspace. That's Canada, chat, right here. That is Canada.
Westjet 1208, contact Toronto Center 125.77, connect.
There is DTW. Detroit? We're actually supposed to be here, though, this time. This isn't, oh no, we're over Detroit. This is, Detroit, okay, yeah. That is Detroit,
I just wanted to check in on the ILS 06 left. Is that what I should be expecting? Thank you.
Look straight down.
Yes, sir. Expound from 6 left at pilot's discretion.
Everybody give her a wave. Windsor, Ontario. You got it, Dan. Yes, sir.
American 310, runway 6.
There's a huge border crossing right here as well. I think that's one of the busiest border crossings between the U.S. and Canada. I think that's the Peace Bridge, isn't it?
Southwest 8014 contact wash.
I don't know why, but flying into Detroit is so nostalgic and beautiful. I love flying into Detroit, man. The scenery is incredible, too.
Have a good evening.
Yeah, any builds
Thank you so much
Detroit?
for the TC, sir.
Beautiful scenery.
Number 9, Mike Alpha, radar contact, say altitude passing.
People trying to flee Detroit?
Number 9 miles, I think.
Into Canada?
2990.
Our border crossing is pretty busy, too. There you go. Pilot Franklin, what's up, mate? Good to see you. Happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Can we find Cleveland? We might be over Cleveland. I actually think we fly right over top of it. Yeah. You should see it as well.
34-7, JetBlue 188.
And we're actually with Cleveland Center right now. I think we actually stay with Cleveland until we get all the way down. Mr. Daniel Barry with 5 gifted members. Huge no floaties to you, Dan. Thank you again for the support, my friend. I appreciate you. Guys, let's get some no floaties and blame dance in chat. If you are lucky enough to get a gifted membership, please spam some blame dance in chat. Peace Bridge is number 2. What's number 1, Robin? The one in Vancouver? Question, is the cabin visibility option working on your EFB because the option is not working? Correct, pilot. It's a bug. You can go and look if you're in the Fenix Discord. You can go to the Fenix Discord. They have a fix posted until they push an update out for the airplane, which it will be fixed next. So you can either go on the Fenix Discord, download the update. It's one file. You just put it into the base folder.
Number 9, Mike
Mr. Mo Pardude, huge no floaties to you, my friend. Also gifting 5 members to the channel. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate you. That is incredibly kind. Guys, let's get some love and chat for Mr. Daniel Barry and Mr. Mo Pardude, also gifting 5 members to the channel. Thank you, man. What do you think about the Active Sky versus Microsoft weather engine? I just don't feel that Active Sky is needed, man. I think the Microsoft default weather engine is good enough. Joe also gifting 5 members. Holy macaroni. Daniel, what did you start? Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you for your support. Appreciate you, man. Huge no floaties to you, Joe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, guys, if you got a gifted membership from Dan, from Mopar, from Joe, please make sure you say thank you in chat. Incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Landing on 19 or 01. I'm planning runway 19. The weather has not updated. It's still showing 130 at 7 knots. I'm going to plan runway 19. We'll see what the controller gives us. If the controller is going to only give us runway 1, we'll just log off. Jordan, thank you for your first class membership as well. Welcome back, man. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you very, very much for your support. Incredibly kind. And we got Captain Lee gifting a membership to the channel as well. Thank you very much, Captain Lee. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Incredibly kind. Thank you so much, guys. Very, very, very kind. And welcome, Jordan, back as a first-class member.
We put you at 35,000 feet.
Are there any projects released dates for the MD-11? No. Not that I'm aware of. I also signed an NDA, but I don't have anything yet big. So I don't even know if I'm allowed to tell you when I get the airplane. I don't even know what the... I don't know. Yeah, you're fine, Captain Lee. Thank you, man. Regardless, dude. Thank you. I don't think so, Flight Sim Captain. I don't think there's any difference in the performance. I don't know. I haven't really run any tests either, but in my personal opinion, no, there's no difference in performance, whether it's turned on or off. This fucking guy, man. Huskers coming in with the $136 donation as well. Incredible, man. Incredible, dude. Guys, let's get some love and chat for Huskers. Huskers, what does that get you at for the month, man? That's definitely... You were also on it before, were you not? If you can remind me, I guess I can go through and look at my PayPal, but I'm pretty sure that gets you back on the leaderboard, does it not? I think you're at like 250 or 220 for the month or something. Well, regardless, the 140 should get you up there, but you had more before as well. I feel like you donated 50, 60 or something. Absolutely incredible. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Incredibly kind. There's a message coming here. Amy's going to read the message very shortly. Thank you so much, Huskers. Appreciate you, dude. Incredibly kind, man. Please get some no floaties for Huskers.
climbing flight level 35.
Same old Falcons, we pick a QB. Is it the draft tonight? The NFL draft?
The Southwest calling, taking a call sign.
2725.
Southwest 2725, Cleveland said hello.
What are we doing for top of descent, chat? 167 miles. We still have that nice tailwind? Oh, yes, we do. 89 knot tailwind right now.
To the
so
grandfather
89.
that inspired your love for flight sim enthusiasm to lead to where you are today.
Crazy, dude. Trust me, I think about it all the time, man. I'm one of those people, like I said, man, there's a few people I wish were alive for this. My grandfather being one of them. I just think like this would have blown him away to see the technology. And he was a huge fan of Microsoft Flight Simulator. For him to be able to see what it became, I really wish that was possible, man. Thank you again, Huskers. Really do appreciate you, dude. Huskers, if you can, let me know what you've donated this month and I'll get you up on the leaderboard. If not, I'll check PayPal after stream and I'll fix it accordingly. But I almost feel like you should be on that leaderboard. But regardless, thank you again, man. I appreciate you, dude. Travis gifting 5 members to the channel as well. Travis, thank you, man. Seriously, appreciate that. Huge no floaties. Guys, let's get some love and chat for Travis. You guys are going off tonight, man. What the hell? These Thursday evening streams. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you.
Did you...
Yeah, squad 5777.
Squad 5777.
First night of the NFL draft. Got you. Okay. We're going for 70. Okay, got you. In Detroit. Damn, really? That's wild, dude. Absolutely wild. 49 whiskey. 39 months. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you. Whoa, dude. Thank you for 39 months. 49 whiskey. Incredibly kind. I appreciate you, dude. And we got Andrew coming in with the $200 donation. Andrew, absolutely bananas, man. Huge no floaties to you, dude. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. That is incredibly kind. My man. Thank you, dude. I'm going to get you up on that leaderboard. I feel like you and Huskers need to be up on that leaderboard. Thank you, my man. Seriously. There's only one person to blame for this. I mean, Dan kicked this all off with his 5 gifted members, man. I feel like we need some blame Dans in chat. But like we blame Dan in the best way possible. Is that possible? Thank you again, Andrew. Incredibly kind. We'll let Amy read that one out, man. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you. 3:11 a.m. live on YouTube. Oof. Man.
Been on my No Man's Sky grind but watching my U while I play. Much love BCPT, been watching you since you had your job, been here for a while, man. Again, much fucking love, Cot.
Hey, dude, appreciate you, man. Incredibly kind. Thank you for the support. 200 smackaroons. There's Cleveland, by the way, chat. Don't drop the Cleveland steamer. Is that what somebody said in chat earlier? Thank you again, Andrew. Let me get you up on that leaderboard, man. Incredibly kind. Chat showing some love, some blame Dan, some no floaties. Thank you, everybody, for all the support. Incredibly kind, man. Dan kicking it off with the 5 gifted members. Everybody popping off afterwards. Thank you very, very much for support, guys. Incredibly kind. 200 smackaroons from Andrew. There we go. 200. Andrew up on the board. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, dude. You gave 69 before. That's right. So 70. So that's gonna. God damn it. Okay, that puts Huskers just above it. Where's the steamer emote? Andrew, thank you for the $200 donation. Huskers unfortunately surpasses that donation by. Not by a little bit, so we're gonna keep Andrew up there for a second, and then Andrew, unfortunately that's how the game plays around here. Huskers is actually going to be up there, and Huskers is going to be in. What did he donate? 136 plus 70, so 207. We're going to call that, because there was some change involved. 207 for Mr. Huskers. Thank you again, Huskers, for the support, man. Incredibly kind. Thank you, Andrew, as well, for the support. Joe, we had Travis, we had Mopar Dude, we had Dan Barry, we had Captain Lee with the gifted membership as well. Seriously, guys, thank you all so much. Incredibly kind, guys. Incredibly kind. Can you please show Discord, because I cannot find the file for the cabin visibility? Franklin, are you in the Captain Canada Discord? If you're not in the Captain Canada Discord, put !Discord in chat, follow the Nightbot command, join the Captain Canada Discord. If you go to the general chat, you click on general chat, you can see pinned messages at the top. So the Captain Canada general chat, go to pinned messages at the top and you'll be able to see it. It's right there, Fenix Sim. It's posted in there.
Air Canada 942, contact Boston Center 134.7. Good night.
122 miles till top of drop, friends. We have been airborne for 1 hour and 9 minutes. How do you get your Beacon Mix audio to work with Streamlabs? It's its own source. Well, no, it's its own source. So it's its own source, Cameron, in the Beacon Mixer. So it has its own dedicated channel source. That's how. OG song, it is. Wasn't this the intro song for a while?
Approved.
I can't remember if this was the old intro tune. I feel like we did use this for an intro for a while. Or it's just an old school song. This is a new playlist that I found tonight. It's in line with all the other playlists that we use, but... Enjoy the river visual. My son always tells me it's his favorite approach, but also the scariest should you stray slightly off. Yeah, you got to be careful, Robin, for sure. It's a very strict no-fly zone to the left of that. 777 me now. I wish, dude. I wish it was that easy. I really do. I firmly believe, though, over the next couple of weeks, I think we're going to get some release dates, man. They haven't. There's been no post from Robert for 3 weeks now. 3 weeks. So many songs I've heard over the years while moderating. So many mediocre, copyright-free songs, Daniel. Oh man. Maybe at some point, Dan, during my streaming career, we'll finally be able to just play regular music, and we can do we could have song requests. Do you remember? That's what I love about Twitch, man. You have a song request option where people can just request songs. So you end up having a continuous different kind of playlist and stuff. The final turn is so close to the runway and super short. It is, Greg. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's what makes it fun.
Indianapolis and 119.55. Have good night.
Indianapolis 19.55.
Because I got high. Song request. That's what it is. It's usually exclamation point request and then the song. Nothing will ever replace the song. Nope. That's been the same outro song, Zach, for 6 years now, man. That is OG outro song. It's been the same forever.
Cleveland Cleveland Center, citation 788, Lima Golf, with you, climbing 05250443.
There you go, Evan. There you go, man, yeah. Well, I read the Twitch TOS and it says it's not legal that they don't get DMCA'd instantly. I feel like if you're big enough, they'll expect you to pay for it. Yeah, well, what I've seen, Les, is it just means that there can't be any VOD. It means that while you're live, it's okay to play music and do that stuff. But if there's a VOD or anything where you play regular music, the VOD gets muted, and that's how you don't get DMCA'd. If you leave the VOD unmuted, you'll get DMCA'd. I don't know. Can you find the outro song on your PC in your sleep? Absolutely, Mopar. 100%. It's called Universal, so I literally just scroll all the way down, and it's there because it starts with a U. It's one of the last files in my folder that I have it. So yeah.
Southwest 2725 climbing, file about 330 for now for
traffic. They shoot first, ask questions later. Absolutely.
330 for now for traffic.
I was gonna clean my room.
9275
Great song. I remember when that came out, man. That song came out when Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back came out for it. Jay and Silent Bob were part of the music video. I remember that was I think that was the ending song in Jay and Silent Bob.
Alpha India Romeo and free speed for 703?
Yes, sir.
Okay, free speed.
Talk about nostalgic movies, man. Holy.
Super 703, delete speed restriction.
Deleting the speed for 703, thanks.
I wish YouTube was that progressive to allow overdubbing other music tracks from YouTube while streaming. It's still, Dan, whether you look at it at the core of it, Dan, it still boggles my mind with all the technology that we have out there. that they cannot differentiate between like a streamer streaming and playing a game and having music in the background to somebody who's trying to profit off somebody else's, right? Like the way that YouTube deems it right now is so like unconventional. It's so old. It's such a stupid thought process. The way that they deem it is if you're playing any copyrighted music, you're using that music to generate an income on your YouTube channel, which is absurd to think in 2024 that I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure there are some channels that would try and do that, right? They would try and generate ad revenue by, but like, you know, how there's not a bot or there's not something out there that can differentiate between a streamer streaming and something on the radio or something playing in the background, as opposed to like somebody who's actually like playing a Nirvana song to just get clicks and likes on a video to get monetized and get ad revenue. Like, I don't know, dude. It's kind of crazy. I know it has everything to do with the music industry, Les, but again, it's just so archaic. It doesn't make any sense. You know, especially with all the streaming platforms are out there now. Like, what's the difference between like me listening to a song in the background and somebody, I don't know, dude. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't want AI. I'm just saying, Dan, with all the tools that are already out there, right? It just kind of boggles my mind that something doesn't exist at YouTube where they can differentiate between like a streamer just playing music in the background while he plays a game and somebody whose sole purpose is to create ad revenue or likes and clicks off uploading somebody else's content, right? Like, it's crazy. Like, I would like, you know, let's say like there's another streamer who's streaming and he pulls up he wants to like watch my arrival or something, right? And he pulls up my stream to watch my landing. Like, why would I copyright him or something like that? Like, it's just kind of, you know, doesn't make sense. They're not watching my content and using my content to generate donations and ad revenue. They're watching my content. Like, I don't know. To me, it's weird. It's very weird. My channel got deleted because I copyrighted a couple times and immediately taken down. It was stupid, never got an email or anything about it. It was ages ago, though. It's weird, man. It's weird. Because any commercial public use requires a license. I know, and it's that's what I'm saying, Les. To me, it just feels, I understand what you're saying. I agree what you're saying. To me, it just feels that it's like, it just doesn't make sense. Especially in 2024, with all the streaming platforms out there, all the music already available on Google and YouTube anyways. It just seems like it's just so archaic that they expect you to sit here and play non-copyright music that really isn't that good. There's a few bangers out there, but... I can see that being a gray area. Someone could just claim they were playing Pac-Man while streaming top hits. You're right, absolutely, 49 Whiskey. But I don't know, dude. I feel like there needs to be better rules and laws applied to it right now because it's just... The fair use policy, I think the fair use policy is what, 10-15 seconds, Will? I think is what it is. I think it's 15 seconds falls into the fair use category. I'm not quite sure though, I'd have to brush myself up. Those streaming platforms pay money to the music companies. Well, I mean, so does YouTube, don't they? I don't know, well, I don't know about paying money directly, but... Or is it the other way around? YouTube pays them for uploading like, I don't know how YouTube, like, music works, right? Like, I don't know. I thought it would be the same. Jonathan, thank you so much for your business class subscription, man. I appreciate you. Huge enough floaties to you. He's got the Air Canada tail. Fellow Canadian. Huge enough floaties, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know if there's a specific limit. There definitely is. I think it's 10 or 15 seconds, Will. I think over 15 seconds and the fair use goes out the window. Center called for my descent. What? Did he really?
Emma 320 Delta 212.
We're 41 miles out.
Cleveland Center, good evening. WestJet 120.
We're going to throw... Do we have DC Center online? I don't think DC Center is online. Which is good, which means that we can probably just do whatever approach we want. We'll update the weather, DC weather, VATSIM, yeah, they're offline. Weather is showing winds 130 at 6. 130 at 6. Bug that up.
Air Canada.
Temperature is 13 degrees, sorry, 130 at 8, 13 degrees, 3029. 13.
And that's 1517, decent and maintain file about
29. And wind was 130 at 8. Good. And we're on the RNAV, runway 19, minimums 491.
1546 cross buckle and maintain file about 310.
Good. Top descent is in 32 miles. Good.
American 1998, short of 6 right, Cleveland, ready for departure.
American 1998, Cleveland Center, hello, runway 6 right, clear for takeoff.
6 right, clear takeoff, American 1998.
Wind at Cleveland 0506. K9275, wind at Cleveland 050 runway 6 left, clear to left.
Said cross Bucko at 310, but I would call that again.
Clear to land 6 left, may I 275.
Do I have Bucko for 31? And Cleveland Center, just to confirm, Delta 1212, it was Bucko for 310.
Delta 1212, 8 from this.
Thank you. All right, Bucko 310. Good, thank you for that. We've got that. And top of descent is in 24 miles. The Joe Rogan with Tucker Carlson podcast is an excellent listen. Interesting.
2577,
Getting some nice clouds though, chat. Were there any clouds in the ATAR report? Broken at 5,500, broken at 25,000.
Citation A Lima Golf Cross Phillipsburg and
clouds.
file about 250.
Finally some clouds. It's like almost the first cloud we've seen the entire flight.
Lima Golf cross, what was you want me to cross at 250?
Phillipsburg, Papa Sierra Bravo.
Papa Sierra Bravo, Lima Golf.
Okay, I'm going to go to bed. I'm exhausted. Have a long day tomorrow. Hope you enjoy it, man. Be safe. Captain Lee, take care, man. Thank you for your gifted membership. Appreciate you, dude. Have a good day. Don't work too hard. And hopefully I'll see you this weekend, man. Community flying. Went under general and found someone who was asking the same thing for the cabin fix, but when I try and pass in the Fenix sim, it says that I don't have access to that link. So are you not in the Fenix Discord? No stream tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm out at the farm with the fiance. Then we're live on Saturday. We've got our community fly-in on Saturday afternoon in New Zealand. So Microsoft Flight Simulator servers, just regular like multiplayer. It's going to be chaos. We're doing that on Saturday. Then we have our members only stream on Sunday. We're going to be flying from I think we're going Dunedin to Wellington, Wellington to Queenstown on Sunday. And then on Monday, we're going from Queenstown to Christchurch, Christchurch to Auckland to finish off the week flying in New Zealand. And then next week, we're back in the US and we'll be back in the 737. Watch that Wendy's AA drive-through video. How $20 an hour becomes zero, replacing you. Hopefully that's not a thing. I mean, it's kind of crazy, Greg, but like it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like at some point it's gonna happen, dude. Let's start our descent to 310. At some point it's gonna happen, man. Seatbelt signs are on. And we've started our descent to 310 at Bucko. And then from Bucko we'll continue the descent. There's the profile catching. There she goes. There's the descent. Gonna get a little bit of ground spoiler out because the aircraft is currently descending at 5,000 feet per minute. No problem. I don't know why it decided. It knew that we needed to be at Bucko for 310, but it's kind of gave us a dive bomb there. 5,000 feet per minute is what we hit. There's Alt Star at 310 for Bucko. Pop that in. Jonathan, thank you so much, man, for becoming a member and then coming with the $7 donation. Huge no floaties too, Jonathan. Thank you very, very much, man. I appreciate you, dude. Thanks so much, man. Out in Newfoundland. Very cool.
17 cross my pow and maintain 16,000 Buffalo altitude 30.
I have family out in Newfoundland, man. So very cool, dude. Are we doing the river visual? We are. Yes. River Vis. All All right, so we're holding 310 here for a little bit.
12 Top Lima Airspace at the southeast Washington Southland frequency change approved.
Unicom, thanks for ETC. Have a great night, Delta 1212.
Thanks, you too.
All right, 122.8 for us. Flip it over.
Hey, Captain, been watching you for a year or more. Thought it was time to get a membership.
Hey,
I'm
thanks,
a pilot
man.
out of Newfoundland.
Very, very cool, Jonathan. Huge enough floaties to you, man. Let's go flying. I'd love to go flying in Newfoundland, man. You deal with some crazy weather. That's wild, man. Thank you for support, dude. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just finished 2 flights for the first time in the 737-900ER, Newark to Boston to Newark. Absolutely buttered it back into Newark. Dude, that is, I think it's my favorite of the PMDG flying the 737s. The 900 flies the best, in my opinion. It really does. Luca, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. 8,000 feet at Friedman, 240 knots. So we're going to keep our descent going here, 8,000 feet. I'm going to... Where was the restriction? Not at honor, right? No, okay, yeah. So we start it now. So I'm going to bug up 8,000. Going to put that back into descent mode. You can see it's got alt hold descent. And it should start descending. There we go. Now it starts descending. Good. The 900 is a butter machine. It really is. It really is. Yeah. And I think, again, it has something to do with, like, in your mind, you know that it's a longer aircraft, so you put less of a flare in, and that's what really makes for, like, the butter. I swear. Buy 240-90s, and then you will be better off. Jesus. Okay there. Fucking Moneybags over here. Less all right. We're going to change his name to Moneybags Less. How much gambling money you bringing to Vegas? No gambling money, right? It's too bad it's in Vegas and we can't fly Mike Tango Tango down less. That would have been cool, man. I wonder if they ever put it like somewhere closer, less. If they put it closer, can we fly Mike Tango Tango? We'll just fly to the expo. That'd be kind of badass. You know, if they did it in like Cleveland or something, like they were talking about. You just had your first ad. See? The YouTube gods got you. They got you. That's why I said Ohio. I mean, that would be the only reason to have it in Ohio. I'd actually love for them to see, like, I would love for them to bring it back to Bradley International less. That would be cool, man. What's that, like an hour and a half flight? 2-hour flight? That would be cool, dude. Look at Mopar's last message. F-18 community flying. I mean, dude, you can bring whatever you want. Hell yeah, dude. The more the merrier. If you want to bring your F-18, you can do whatever you want, man. That's what I love about the community fly-ins. Usually by the end of the fly-in, we have a couple 747s and a 787 and a 320 tailing us, so usually happens, man. Bradley's your home airport? Well, that's where the original Flight Sim Expo started. Like, that was the beginning of Flight Sim Expo, and I could totally see them going back to that. You know, I think you've got New York within, like, what, an hour and a half drive. There's a lot of things that you could potentially do. You're in Connecticut or close to. I think you're in Connecticut. So, I mean, you've got some cool places and some history for sure you could do. But, yeah. Sorry to bother, last thing. Already, I joined the Fenix server and it still says that I don't have access for this link. I'm not sure, Franklin. I don't really, like, you're probably just going to have to wait, man. You'll just have to wait. They're gonna send an update which will fix this. It's not like it's gonna be stuck forever. If you can't figure it out, I really don't know. Again, man, join the Captain Canada Discord. Put ! Discord in chat. Go to the general chat section. General chat. Go to the top of Discord. Click on pinned messages, and click right here, and it should be able to take you into it, man. If I click on that, it takes me immediately to the Fenix Discord, and here it is. Please replace the file in your community folder, and there's a file. If you scroll down, there's the file that you download. You literally just hit the download button, and then you replace it right where they show you where to place it, and that's it. And that's only if you're on the most recent version of the aircraft. Replay of this landing? Yes. I downloaded chat. I downloaded Flight Recorder. What do I need to know about Flight Recorder? It's been so long since I've used Flight Recorder. What do I need to do, chat? Do I just run it, right? Double click, run it. And I just start the recording, right? Or what do I do? I know a lot of you guys have been suggesting using this one. So I just record, but can I turn off my engines and shit when we get to the gate? Can I turn off my engines and turn off my, put up my flaps and everything? And do I have to get it in like a turnaround state before I hit the replay again, or can I just leave it? Just hit record when you're ready. Okay. I'm gonna put this right over here so I don't forget. Good. All right. The new Springfield scenery on the IndyBuild store is fantastic. We're gonna check that out next week, Sharper. Yeah, we'll do some flights in next week, man. New replay tool. The default replay tool's been letting us down, man. We've been having some problems with it. It's been doing some weird stuff with the Fenix after the update. So we're gonna try using Flight Recorder. Alright, now wait guys, so when I'm ready to watch my replay, do I have to do like I normally do and like go to panel states and put it in a ready state? Is that what I have to do? And then put my flaps full and then like do everything? Or will it automatically, if I hit the replay button, if I hit the play button, will it automatically save the state of the airplane and have... Okay, so you do put it in ready state. Okay, got you. So I can shut down the gates, I can do everything, but I can do that. So I got a new landing rate monitor on stream. Yeah, everything's breaking, Matthew. I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. LRM isn't working anymore. Last week, it kind of messed us up last week, so you just drag the slider to where you want it to replay it. Yes, okay, cool. Halifax scenery just got updated to better performance, and apparently they remodeled the airport terminals. Yes, we're going to fly next week as well. We're going to do some WestJet ops. We have a busy week next week, checking out some new sceneries. Yeah, WestJet ops next week. Should I use level change or vertical speed for descending while getting vectored for the approach in the 737-800? Keep coming into the approach too fast for final. Depends. I mean, if you use level change and then you set your speed slower big, I mean, ideally that would work the best, but you have to be careful with that. Sometimes you do have to switch it over to vertical speed because you do need that, you know, you need to be at a certain altitude to capture the localizer and waypoint. So it really depends, man. You know, while you're getting vectored, most of the time I usually go with a rule of like, you know, 1,000 feet per minute to like 1,600 feet per minute on vertical speed. It really depends. But yeah, first and foremost, you want to watch your speed, right? I usually have a rule by 10 miles, 210 knots. By like, you know, 7-8 miles, you usually want to be like 190 knots. You want to be fully configured by 5 miles. So for Springfield, they did a massive terminal interior, all down to the menu prices of the items in the stores. Jesus, dude. I mean, attention to detail, that's what people like, you know? You've been watching Leafs games, Captain. Headed to Toronto for Game 4. Ooh, nice, Jonathan. I have been watching. Yeah, I dislike the Leafs. I live in Ottawa. I was born and raised on the Battle of Ontario, dude. So I can never and will never root for Toronto. So yeah, when you're born and raised on that Battle of Ontario, man, nah, Toronto can't let Toronto win. Where can you get Flight Recorder? It is on, it's free on FlightSim.to. Massive Flight Sim community Easter egg on the ATC tower, by the way. Oh, interesting. Would you ever fly St. Louis, Cap? We get a good scenery for it. We have an okay scenery in the field there. But yeah. I like to fly to St. Louis because I'd like to get ATC by Jeff. I know Jeff's been working on his rating, so. Are we doing the river visual? We are. Yes, yes. I should probably change the title. I'm going to change the title to River Visual Runway 19 KDCA. Alright, there we go. Change the title. Default St. Louis isn't awful. Its layout is pretty much exact. It's more the buildings. I can't stand the default buildings, dude. They look like fucking condominiums. I was shocked when I saw what default buildings in this simulator look like. It literally looks like my condo building, dude. Like, it's... No, I can't, man. I've been doing this for so long, dude, that, like, third-party scenery is just almost key. And, call me a scenery snob, call me whatever, but, I can't do it, man. I can't fly into default airports, dude. It just kills the immersion for me. It's just not fun. I'd rather fly to somewhere where I have a payware, or at least a freeware third-party option. You know what I mean? FSX looks better than default. Dude, I don't know how the simulator's gone 4 years and they haven't changed that. I know that they are changing it, but, yeah. All right, 133 DC Center has logged on. They are, so we'll see what they end up doing here. 133725 again. We're going to be super polite about this, chat, but if we don't get the river visual, we're just going to log off. We'll just very, very kindly say thank you for the service, but we're going to log off because we really want to shoot the river. But we'll call them up. DC Center, good evening. Delta 1212, flight level 130 descending. We're expecting the river visual 19.
Delta 1212, Washington Center, hello, ident. You can expect the river visual runway 19er approach to Washington altimeter 3029er.
Ident 3029er, and we'll expect the river visual. Thanks. Delta 1212. All right, so we idented for him. He's going to see us at 13,000 feet, crossing through Forget. Never forget September, always freedom. Stand together. Interesting arrival. Let's go, River Viz, chat. Let the fun begin.
And Delta 1212, radar contact 25 miles northwest of our Mount Level. Correction, 12,000, descend via the Freedom 5.
We'll send via the Freedom 5, thanks, Delta 1212. Hey, you came from MSP. We did. Yeah. Up in MSP, baby.
472 Washington Center. Good evening, ident.
What is it? It's Bucko, Darren, honor, bravery, courage, pledge, we will never forget. September 11th, always freedom, stand together. It's kind of cool. Like the whole approach is like, let's... I don't know what that one stands for. Victory, hero. Default needs to be way better in 2024. They were smoking Cap Canada special sauce when they made it for 2020. Well, they've opened it up, Padraig. What they've done is they've opened it up. They have like a community aspect of like you can submit airports now. So they've opened up all the assets for actually building airports. You can make your own, like you can build the airport within the SDK of the simulator, and then you can send it to Microsoft and they can include it in the actual base game, which is kind of cool. I forget what it's called. Chat will probably know. X-Plane has something very similar. So, let's roll was what they said on Flight 93 when trying to attract the high... Ah, got you.
Yeah, I still show you with Cleveland.
Let's roll United 93.
Check back with them, make sure you're supposed to be with them.
That's crazy.
Washington Center, good evening, Delta.
All right, we did landing lights at 18,000 feet. We'll ding the cabin. Let them prepare for final approach. We're passing through 10,000 feet now. We're cleared to descend 8,000 at Freedom, 240 knots. He's got to descend us lower. I believe we were looking to be at 4,000 feet or 3,000 at... I think it's 3,000 at Fergie. And then 2,600 at Darrick, and then I usually aim for about 1,700 at Grays, and that's where I take control of the aircraft. Is about at Grays. Then we'll fly the approach. Do you have an IRL pilot license? I don't. No.
Washington Center, good evening. United States Flight
and I believe that's Washington Dulles. It is Dulles right beneath us, and that's why we have that 8,000 foot restriction, chat. That is why you do not go below 8,000 feet, because you've got the arrivals and the departures. Man, what a busy airspace this is. Like real life, this is probably nuts. No, it's not Detroit. We did pass Detroit, though. This is not Detroit. That's Washington Dulles.
United 3570 on Washington Center. Good.
We vectoring on that big Thunder Boomer? Fucking send it, dude. We don't got weather radar, just send it. Let's go. Dulles has an amazing air museum. Interesting. I'm super curious to see where the next expo is going to be, guys. I'm actually really looking forward to that. I used to love going to the expos where they would kind of plan for the next expo, and we were told by Evan that we should, or we are going to know where the next expo is going to be at the end of this expo. So on Sunday in Las Vegas, they're going to tell us where the next expo is going to be. So that'll be cool.
Alpha on board. We're at Richmond on taxiway Alpha. Request taxi, please.
LOFO privileges? What's that? I need to know that. Expo in DC would be epic, dude. Fly the river visual into DC.
Bearing 416 Washington Center. Hello, runway 2.
All right, we're at 8,000 feet, 240 knots, so we're looking good. Gonna pull it. We're gonna hard code it. Good. What will they tell where the next expo will be? At the end, I literally just said it. At the end of this expo in Vegas, they're gonna tell us where the next expo is gonna be.
Center, good evening.
Right, he's got to keep descending us now. Wait for him.
302 Washington Center. Good evening. Clear direct Kennedy.
Clear direct.
The Flight Museum at Dulles is pretty sweet. That could be cool. Yeah. I think there's even be more hype around an expo cap. Seems like so much on the horizon, and it's going to be a crazy experience, dude. We've got Microsoft there. You know they're going to announce the release date of 2024, or at least they have to. They have to. It's the biggest flight sim event of the year.
Okay, looks like Cleveland dropped you.
You have to think that they're gonna do it then.
For the river visual better.
Oh, Huskers dropping another 43 bones. Huge no floaties to you, Huskers. Thank you, my man. I appreciate you, dude. Dropping another. We're gonna add 44 onto your total, sir.
3-5 and altimeter 3028 for Delta 1246.
251.
Center Sleeper 703 Super. We're joining you on
getting you in
Gid
second
pod,
spot.
descending at Tabby. We're at 19.9, and we have Romeo on board.
Super 203 Washington Center. Hello, ident. You can descend via the Gibbs bomb arrival, landing south of the Dulles altimeter 3028.
Thank you, Huskers. I appreciate you, man. Guys, please show some love in chat for Huskers. Appreciate it, man. We got to get lower here. We're only at 8,000. In DC, Delta 1212, can we get lower?
Delta 1212. Yeah, descend on main across Fergie at 3,000, then call the river inside of Fergie.
Fergie, for 3,000, we'll call the river at Fergie for Delta 1212, thanks. All right, nice call sign. I know, it's the real world call sign too. Just good about that one. All right, I got ground spoilers out because we got a little bit high up on the profile. We'll get ourselves down now. So ground spoilers out, back on profile. Speed 240 is set. We've got lots of time to get ourselves back on profile, but I didn't want to take it any longer than that because Fergie's not really far. Fergie's only 10 miles out there. So he's going to call the river, and then from the river we'll take it down to 1,700 feet shot. And we'll probably take the aircraft from about Darwick. Is when we plan to get that.
31 Raleigh's landing west. Correction.
Copy, Nadya.
You missed a takeoff out of Minneapolis? You can always rewind it, man. You can always rewind it.
45 miles southwest of Martinsburg.
Alright, we've got our auto brake set to low. We've got ground spoilers out for now and armed. We're going to go performance. We're going to activate approach mode. Good, we'll confirm that. VAP speed 140 knots. Quartering crosswind at 8 knots. Shouldn't be too big of an issue, but definitely a quartering crosswind coming in. We've got our vertical deviation path, which is alive now. Again, ground spoilers out. We're going as descending as quickly as we can down to get back onto profile. We do have the river, so we can call the river and get the clearance now. DC Center, Delta 1212, we got the river. We'll get our clearance.
1212 cleared, river visual, runway 19 approach, runway 19, clear to land, the wind 120 at 8.
Cleared river visual, 1919, cleared to land, Delta 1212, thanks. Alright, so we've got our clearance, which allows us to take this down to 1,700 feet, which is perfect. I'm going to start bugging up our speed, though. We're going to really have to bleed off some speed here quickly. I'm going to go approach mode. We're going to arm that. Good. Final nav. Good. Should cap onto that now.
46 cross Fergie at 3,000. Call the river inside of Fergie.
Good. There it goes. Final approach is in. Sweet. Here comes the speed. We're going to leave ground spoilers out. We're going to try and bleed off as much speed as we can. We need to be dark, which we just did. Graze at 1,700. So there we go. We're going to go gear, which we're perfectly fine to do. We don't have flaps out yet, but we're going to do gear. It's going to add more drag. We're cleared to land, so we'll get the nose and the wing lights on. Beautiful. V-speed check 1. Good. We'll get that out. We're going to leave ground spoilers out, chat. Don't worry. Ground spoilers out. We're going to take control at dark.
5 miles to the southwest, Baker's down.
I'm going to throw joystick cam on now, so we're good to go. We'll also start the recording now, so record. Alright, we're recording. Good. Good. I'm going to bug up final approach speed. We're going to go flaps 2. Beautiful. And I'm going to take control of the aircraft, my airplane.
I'm not talking to that person.
Good. Alright, we're going to go flaps 3. Ground spoilers are going in and armed now. Good. And we're following the river, chat.
Yep.
Follow the Potomac. And 160 knots, we're going to go flaps full. Speed checked good. Flaps are full. Wonderful. And joystick came on. And joystick came on. Did I... Hello? Joystick cam. Whatchamacallit? My stream deck stopped working. Everything's breaking. Can we blame Dan?
Frontier Flight 40,
a little bit above profile now. Bring the nose down, we'll get back on profile. There we go. Looking good. Sweet. And we're going visuals from here, chat. Kill flight directors. Get the hell out of here. Stop worrying about that. Good.
416. Roger. Flying way heading. The wind 005 runway.
Altitude's good, speed's good. Again, we want to aim for the left side of the river here, chat. We're aiming left side.
703 heavy, you can expect a visual runway 19er center approach to Delta altimeter 3028.
Expecting the visual 19er center.
Winds are gusting a little bit, we'll worry about that.
8 Lima Golf, the Dallas Airport at your 1 o'clock and around 1
8 miles. Visual of the airport out there. The White House is off to our left. Yeah, there it is right there. We'll try not to pay attention to that.
Delta 1226 Washington Center, good evening. Descend via the Freedom 5 arrival, landing south of Richmond. Correction, the Dallas altimeter 30.
As soon as that bridge goes under my nose like it is now, we'll start our right turn. Continue.
Transat 1531.
Yeah, kind of good. The altimeter for ready.
Perfect. 2 white, 2 red. We're looking great.
Transat 1531, the Raleigh altimeter 3017.
300.
Nice quartering crosswind.
Washington Center, Delta 3937, passing 200. 12,400 for 16,000.
Delta 3937, Washington Center.
50, 40, 20, retard.
Delta 3937, Washington Center. Climate maintain 16,000.
Ooh, kind of ballooned it. Ooh, fuck. I had my head tracking on and I moved my head up.
Delta 3937,
that one wasn't very nice, chat. Reversers are out. Decelerating. Yeah, I usually never do that. Man. That's why I always turn. I wasn't even really afloat. We just ballooned it. We ballooned it. I had my head tracking on, and I put my head up like that, and it made it feel like we were kind of ballooned. Yeah, that's why I always turn my head tracking off when I'm on short final, because it causes that. I'll move like just a little bit, and like the head tracking will pop up, and it just makes for a nasty approach. Yeah, that was my bad, dude. That's why I always turn it off. I don't know why my it's not working anymore. Bring you guys back up here. Vacated up here onto Juliet. Not using LRM, it stopped working.
Turn right heading 220, vector.
Stopped working, man. So we had to switch over to the other one. Flaps and ground spoilers coming in. He's busy, so we're going to give him a second here. We vacated up onto Juliet. We'll stop the clocks. Landing lights can come off. Nose light over to taxi. Strobe lights off. Wing lights off. APU master start switch. That was a firm landing, chat. We're going to stop our recording. Wonder if it's that that's causing it. It is that. So I wonder how that's blocking it. For some reason, this is stopping my stream deck whenever I do this.
Our apologies. We're having a little bit of trouble with our
really
arrival. We're able to get the kid.
I don't know why. Yeah, but it's blocking my stream deck now. So like, I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Whenever it was recording, my stream deck wasn't working. When I stopped the recording, the stream deck works perfectly fine. I'll have to investigate that further. The weird flight sim isms. Yeah, that was a little bit of a funky one there, chat. That was totally on me, man, for leaving my head tracking on. And, we ballooned the hell out of it because I did that. Gate today, we're looking for. We're going in right here. Concourse B.
416, you can expect the
Bravo 17 is where the real aircraft went. Try and pull that up. Bravo 17, good.
And Fairwing 416 for
Delta.
Sorry, for spacing, maintain 6,000. That'll be your final.
Maintain 6,000 feet for Fairwing 416.
Delta 3937.
Try using SkyDolly instead of Flight Recorder. Is it also free? I'm not paying for a replay tool.
119.87, Delta 3937.
Delta 1226, expect the river visual runway 19 approach, the Delta altimeter 3028.
Roger, we'll find river visual 19.
Good evening, Delta 2443, holding short 30, Delta ready.
Alright, chat, we're just gonna...
Delta 2443, turn left heading 250-11003, runway 30, clear for takeoff. You're talking to Washington Center.
Yep, Abram, sorry, we said something else. 30, heading 250, clear for takeoff, Delta 2543.
And the aircraft's calling it Lynchburg. It was a November call sign. Lynchburg Tower is currently closed. So if you want to depart via foreign, call me airborne, that'd be great.
Saw that look like I would need some conditionals. It was my bad, dude. Like I said, I like having the head tracking on for like when we're making turns and stuff, but I should have turned it off. Because like I said, I moved in my chair there and I went like this, like a little bit in my chair, and it made the whole, I don't know if you guys saw, but it made the whole like orientation kind of change. That's why I always try and land with no head tracking, and then when we're back on the ground, turn it back on, and then I can look left and right and do my things. When we're flying on the approach, yeah, it's good to have it to like, you know, keep looking and make sure you got visual of the airport, but I should have turned it off. And I do almost 100% of the time. I guess I just completely forgot to turn it off. Launch Center Delta 1212 vacated on Juliet.
Delta 1212, welcome to Washington. You can taxi the ramp via Juliet, cross runway 22 at Juliet. Good.
Juliet will cross 22. Thanks for ATC, man. Have a great evening. Delta 1212.
You too.
Alright, he was busy. I was letting him get his stuff on. Let's go ahead and get our runway turnoffs off. Let's go ahead and spool up our APU. We're going to get ourselves into the stand here. I don't think we need to do any checks on that one, chat. 1.04 on the G, so it wasn't even that bad. It was just the... It was the balloon. We definitely ballooned it, flared it much more than we needed to. That was for damn sure. Yeah, not our best, that's for sure.
Approach for Delta 1246.
Maverick coming in with the $5, my man. Huge no floaties to you, Mav. Thank you, dude. I hope you had a great time away at your event, dude, in Memphis. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you for supporting the stream, man. Appreciate you. Good to see you back, man. We're going all the way down here, Juliet, and then we're entering the ramp onto, I don't know what that is, but that's where we're entering the ramp. Sorry, Cat, for earlier, man. Glad we're back to being friends. Nice, relaxing a night flying you. Sorry for earlier, man. I don't even know what happened earlier, Flight Man. What happened? Thank you again, Mav. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you, dude. I'm clearing you. Please proceed to the gate. Nice. Thank you.
Delta 1546, I'm clear.
Remember, guys, if you did enjoy tonight's stream, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up. Appreciate everybody being here. Next live stream for me is going to be Saturday afternoon, and we're doing a community fly-in. So for anybody that's interested, we're going to be on the default Microsoft Flight Simulator servers. We're going to be doing some fun flights out of New Zealand in our general aviation. So it should be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to it. Always be supporting such an amazing event. Words don't even describe the experience. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you had a great time, dude. Glad you had a great time, and I hope you can take part in future events like that. Just landed next to you at a -91. Hey man, you win for today, dude. I did not land at a 91. I had a great arrival earlier into Wellington, but that was pretty much it for my good landings for today. I had one good landing today. One floaty and then another, well, this one wasn't very good at all. This one was just a balloon. A balloon and a flop down.
That was 2 aircraft at 1.
Balloon and flop. Cap, what's the G's landing rate monitor you use now? Exclamation point G's. Yeah, you can put exclamation point GEES in chat for G's landing rate monitor. Flightman wouldn't shut up about quitting his job to stream. Oh, that's him? Fuck, dude. Whatever, dude. Well, good thing is we used flight recorders, so we should be able to watch the replay, chat. Here's gate 17. Nose lights off, APU bleed is on. Get ourselves into the stand. And get these passengers deboarded. We're not very happy with their Delta service today. It was a little bit too smashy for them. Alrighty, beautiful. Park brake is on. Upstairs is looking good. Engine number 2 is off. Engine 1 is off. Beacon light is off. Seatbelt signs are off. Fuel pumps are off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Washington. What a great stream. Had a lot of fun with that one. I apologize about the landing. Wish it could have been a little bit better, a little bit more up to our standards. But you know what, chat? It's been a while since we've had one of those kind of like funky little floaty smashies. So you know what? We'll take it, man. Every once in a while. Just goes to show you I'm not human, I'm not perfect. I do mess up sometimes the landings. Although we are blaming that on leaving my head tracking on. I think if head tracking was off, it probably would have been a great landing, but we had the head tracking left on. Stupid us. So you're not human? No, not human at all. Not at all. Alright, so you guys were saying in order to do this properly, I gotta come inside the aircraft. We got to, let's remove GSX here. We'll restart that. Good. Going to go to panel states. We're going to go to ready. We'll activate that. Okay. I'm going to put my flaps all the way full. We're going to close all the doors, right? All the doors are going to get closed. Good. How is that head tracking? I love it. I just don't like it when I'm coming in on approach. I usually turn it off when I'm like actually landing, like looking lined up straight with the runway, just because of accidental movement like that, where like I was coming in on the approach and like I went like this, like I just like went to like straighten my back, and it put the camera just that extra little degrees up, and I like over flared it and like went like this. Like it was just weird, man. If you rewatch the video, you'll see like we're almost at touchdown and like the camera starts to like shift and do funky things. So but other than that, I absolutely love the head tracking, especially for like taxiing around and shooting like visual approaches and stuff like that. It's fantastic. Okay, we should be good. Let me get all the lights back on. Lights. Good. Okay, we should be good for replay. Let's hit the play button. Yeah, good. And then I can bring this forward, right? How does this work? Shush, you. Well, that's not fucking annoying at all. Okay, thank you. Okay, we're now. How do I manipulate this? Can I drag this forward? I have to pause. Oh, I have to pause replay and then bring it forward. That's right. I'll remember this at some point. And then I can resume replay, and now I can change views and do whatever. Right? Yeah. Okay, that's kind of sick. All right, let's watch it from here. We'll watch the little smashy. Going to take this time now to thank my mods, my donators, and my sponsors. Thank you all so much for the support. I truly do appreciate every single one of you that comes to hang out in the stream and support. Again, unbelievable support this evening. Was just absolutely insane. Huge no floaties to Huskers. Huge, absolute no floaties to Andrew and everybody else that came in with the donations. Everybody else that gifted memberships as well. You guys are absolutely epic, man. Thank you seriously for the support this evening. Truly incredible. To everybody else that cannot donate using a monetary value but donates with your time, your efforts, being here and stream, flying with me on VATSIM, I want to thank you guys just as much for being here and supporting the channel. Thank you seriously, everybody, for the support. As I mentioned, on Saturday we're doing a community fly-in, so if you own Microsoft Flight Simulator, if you're on Xbox, you're on PC, and you do want to join us, please feel free. We're going to be on the default Microsoft servers, so it should be a lot of fun. We do this every once in a while. I figured while we're in New Zealand, it would be a great time to do it. Everything about this approach was absolutely perfect until right here. And we had it. Like, everything was great. It was just like, we didn't even really overflare. We just held it for too long because my whole head height changed. 303, 137. See, that was a 137 on the G. That's probably a little bit more believable. But yeah, everything was like perfect on it, man. Other than that, I feel like it was a great approach. It was just leaving my stupid head tracking on. The approach was absolutely fantastic. Up until that point. Anyways, I'll leave you all with some replays. Thanks so much for support. We get a nice little smash. Can we get some smash emojis in here? Let's get the floaty. There's the float one and then the smash emoji. So thank you all for the support. Truly do appreciate you guys, man. Look forward to seeing everybody on Saturday for community flying. Enjoy the outro. Ooh, you actually hear the call outs and everything too. Enjoy the outro tunes. Enjoy the replays. Can't wait to see you guys on Saturday and for more flights out in New Zealand. Happy landings, my friends. See, it's not, yeah, dude, something's broken. It doesn't turn off, like the camera doesn't turn off. Whenever this is running, it like disables my Stream Deck for some reason. It's super weird, I don't know why. Figure that one out, chat. Figure that one out.